3 flavors, 3 nicotine levels, and infinite wrap designs. So how will you do you? Make Views Alto a vape that is yours. In store now. Discover more at Views.com. Views. Charge beyond. Vapor products. Underage sale prohibited. Website and offers restricted to age 21 and over tobacco consumers.
Are we ready for the 5:30 pickup?
Cam's Courier Service's newest hire delivered his resignation.
Hey, Ray, who's handling
She now needs next day shipping on a new driver.
all these boxes here? Are they ingoing or are they outgoing?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. With Indeed Instant Match, we immediately show you quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
When you come to the desert, many things can be dangerous, but there's nothing more dangerous than a pit full of rattlers. Arizona Rattlers football is back. Don't miss a second of the action. Become a part of the ninth man for a membership of $10 per game for new season ticket members. All fans are welcomed as the Rattlers return at 100% capacity in the newly transformed Phoenix Suns Arena. Call 602-379-8274 today. Don't wait. Arizona Rattlers, strike back. When it comes to automotive repairs, where do you start? Been looking for a new home? Should you rent or buy? If you're looking for the latest trends in the automotive industry or real estate, look no further than the Drive Friendly Radio Show. Hosted by Steve, with over 40 years in the automotive industry, and Felicia, who's well established in the real estate market, you can get great advice and insight you can trust. You'll be smarter for listening, and maybe you'll have a little fun, too. The Drive Friendly Radio Show, Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Hey there, you low interest rate mortgage lovers. If you have great credit and are good with your money, I guarantee you're in the wrong loan. Maybe it's time to learn what thousands in the Valley have already figured out. On a Life Changer loan, you can pay off your mortgage in under 5 years without changing one dime of your spending habit. Plus, your monthly payments are cheaper than what you pay now. It's not magic, it's just math. So check us out at lifechangerloan.com. That's lifechangerloan.com.
Arizona Mortgage Broker number MB1002031, NMLS number 1863775. Life Changer Loan Corp is an equal housing lender.
KQFN Tempe, also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240 Solid Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
For what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's Friday here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. And, well, there's stuff going on. Right now, if you're watching on the YouTube, you see it's not Phil sitting in the chair. It's actually our pal, Keon Rose. And then you see Phil over his shoulder. Why? Why are these things happening? Why is Randy not at his desk? I don't know. Why are these things happening? Well, since it's just you and me, guys, because nobody's listening to me or talking with me. So I'm going to talk to you guys directly as Keon messes up the volumes. Anyway, so here's what's going on. It's going to be a weird show today. Randy is having some technical difficulties, so he'll be on and off, or he's also probably getting himself some whiskey. B, Keon is training to replace Phil. Phil is no longer going to be on the Daily Blender. And now he's not fired, or else he wouldn't be sitting there teaching Keon how to do stuff. Phil, here's what you guys need to know about Phil. Phil has done us a bigger favor than we've ever done him. Phil came along at just the right time to help us through some transition stuff, during COVID and all that. And we only thought we'd have him for like a very short amount of time. And then, of course, with his other gig, they were like, no, you can be remote. So we've been able to share Phil with SiriusXM. Now, his real gig all this time, you guys never knew this, was that he works for SiriusXM on the Fantasy Football Channel. And that is the job now that he is heading on over to the East Coast to do. So all this time you thought I was getting ready to fire Phil. Nothing could be further from the truth. Phil has done a great job for us, and we were lucky to have him for the time we've had him. But so now today, what's going to happen is Phil is going to teach Keon. So now if Phil is as annoying to Keon as he is to the rest of us, this might take weeks. So Phil is, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Keon. Keon will figure this thing out as fast as he can. But Phil, by the way, is also going to continue to be a part of the show in various ways. He'll guest in, he will fill in, because he was originally supposed to be Phil to fill in. Get off the camera. That's Keon's camera. You were supposed to get your own camera, but of course, nobody ever listens to me when I try to tell people how to do stuff around here.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's a weird moment, and this is the best way to do it. Is just to get it's Friday, and let's make it weird. So Keon is now. Have we taught him how to turn on his microphone yet?
Yeah. Keon, can you talk to us?
I can.
Oh,
Okay.
Hey, there we go. Step one. Microphone on.
That's the first time in about 45 minutes that any son of a bitch in this place has even listened to me. And it wasn't even me. It took Randy to get a response.
We know it drives you insane. That's why.
You bastards. Well, that means Keon will either last a day or for 10 years. We'll see. So now Keon, as he's learning how to do stuff, and Phil's sitting there jibber jabbering in his ear, probably making him regret ever moving to Arizona from the East Coast. Keon, let's again introduce yourself to the super fans of the Fourth Dimension, and give us the basics. All the basic stuff we need to know about Keon Rose.
Well, essentially, my dad, my parents, basically from.
Oh Jesus! Don't go that far back.
No, it matters.
I don't need to hear that story
because they're from.
I mean, Randy would probably like to see some pictures, but that's none of my business.
Well, hold on, there are no photos. I wouldn't have them. So no, they're from Guyana. They came to America. My dad joined the army here, and so I was an army brat. So we moved, sort of just all over the place, which is how I wind up, I grew up in DC, but I also went to high school in Texas. And so it just kind of ended up being a mishmash of everything. And then I went to college in Tennessee, where I wound up staying to work. And then I came here.
Wow, that's pretty brief story. I appreciate your brevity. But I got to rewind. That's kind of an amazing thing. So your parents came here from Guyana, and then your dad doubled down on the American dream and served this country. Is he still serving the country, or is it? What is he doing now?
Well, actually, he passed away when I was in high school.
Sorry to hear that.
He had fibrosis in his lungs, and so that was just we weren't able to get that treated. It looked like it was getting better, then it didn't. But he started listening to sports talk radio when he was here because he wanted to be able to talk to people about sports that were American and not Guyanese. Yeah. And so that's where I ended up getting obsessed with sports, and it stuck with me.
Clearly. And now you're on the blender. Your part of you is probably like, it's probably better he doesn't hear this. Maybe for the best.
Just sparing him a little bit.
Yeah. Now, so your mom, she still lives in DC, or does she live in Tennessee, or where's your mom now?
So she was in Texas, and then after he passed away, she decided, you know what, all of our family is in DC, so she moved back. So that's where she is right now.
All right. Well, that's great. And now, did you tell her that you're doing this?
I did. She's somehow, for some reason, happy about it, but I think
she hasn't heard a damn minute of this show.
She hasn't heard it yet, and that's probably why.
Well, I'm gonna have to apologize in advance. I'll write her a note, Keon. It'll be fine. So here we are. Now, Keon has been a guest on the show many a times over I'd say the last few months, and you know him, you love him, and now you can't live without him, because without Keon, there ain't no damn show. So where'd Phil go? Is he on a mic? Where's Phil?
He's not on a mic because he's in here training me.
Okay. Well, at some point he can get on a mic, because I'm sure that the super fans would like to say some nice things to him, or not. I don't know.
Probably the latter. Yeah.
Kyle G texts in and says, "Dang, this show burns through co-hosts like the Bears and their quarterbacks." Rest in peace, Phil.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, we're getting to the text line here in a moment. We're broadcasting live from the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And so, there's already breaking news here on the Daily Blender. Already breaking news.
Newsflash. This is breaking news.
So we have been wondering for quite some time if Larry Fitzgerald is going to continue with the Arizona Cardinals or not. And, of course, now he's been, doing this little podcast thing with old Jim Gray and Tommy Brady. And, well, here's the answer to the question that was on that podcast. Take a listen. Can you guys hear it? I can't hear it.
I can't.
I thought you had the audio there, Randy.
Hang on.
His whole screen just went dark.
Hang on a second.
We were
Hang on a
almost a
second.
professional show.
You'll be back out on the football field.
For now, I'll be a radio broadcaster. Right, Jim, to be honest with you, I just don't have the urge to play right now. I don't know how I feel in September, October, November, moving forward. But as of today, I just don't have the urge, and I think I have to be respectful of that. Football is not one of those games you want to walk out there and play and not be fully engaged and ready to prepare and do the things necessary that you need to do.
So, Larry,
So
are you
that
going to
is
be?
it's on a loop. So that's the answer right there. It's basically Larry is retiring.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
why he's having a hard time saying he's retiring from football, but right now I think he's trying to leave a door open. Maybe I don't know what the deal is, but if he's like not getting ready for football, he ain't going to play the football. I think it's reasonable to say that Larry just retired. And by the way, Jim Gray, you old crusty son of a bitch. Larry says, "Oh, I think I'm just going to be a broadcaster." He starts chuckling. I want to punch him in his old ass face.
Yeah.
Oh, that aggravated me. Shut up, Jim Gray, you little bastard. I hope somebody grabs you at a boxing match and chucks you about 5 rows back and let the jackals eat you.
I think you're taking out your sad and your upsetness on
Why don't
Jim
you
Gray.
mind your own business,
See?
Randy,
Now you're
before I
taking
pick
it
you
out
up
on me.
over my head and chuck you 5
okay,
rows
take
back?
it
Just
out.
lashing out at everybody now.
Shut up, Keon. Nobody asked
see,
you.
I think it's that Larry Fitzgerald shaped void in his life now.
It's
that
big.
He's, Well, you sit over there and try to dry your
It's
eyes.
big.
Yeah,
My eyes are dry. Ain't no tears over here.
Oh no, I don't
I'm
see
a
the tears at
badass
all.
walking bottle of Johnson & Johnson. No tears. No tears.
Just chopping some onions. That's all.
Ain't
Look,
nothing. Ain't no moisture in my eyes.
I'm not going to say I called it because I didn't call it. I'm so happy for Larry Fitzgerald. I kind of felt like since we hadn't heard anything at all, good for him. He's had a wonderful career. And look, if this is it, which it sounds like it is to me, Keon, he's right. You can't just go on a NFL football field and just kind of halfway, especially in a wide receiver role where you're going to be taking a lot of abuse, maybe as a kicker or a punter or maybe even a quarterback. If you've been working out and your arm's in good shape, maybe you can do it there. But as a wide receiver, I just don't see Larry Fitzgerald coming back to football. How about you?
No, not really. I mean, I think he's trying to slowly talk himself out of it too. I don't think that he wants to commit to saying no because you might end up getting the urge a couple of months from now. I don't think the team would stop him from coming back to be a locker room guy, be a mentor if he did have the urge. So he's trying to slowly ease his way out of this.
Sure, maybe, but I don't think that after football, his interests are going to be anywhere near football. Every year he goes off on a walkabout. He's a traveling man. He's got many interests outside of football, and I kind of feel like he's just going to get a little bit zen on us and he's going to do what he does.
Well, yeah, and he loves his family dearly, and I'm sure he wants to spend time with his sons. He has these precious few years with them before they start going off to to college and separating from dad, and so I'm sure he wants to spend that time with them. And his dad is aging as well, so I'm sure he wants to spend time with his dad. And he has he can afford and he has the opportunity to do that. Plus, yeah, he likes to travel. You mentioned that, and he's a part owner of the Phoenix Suns, and he's got all of his charitable organizations here in the Valley that I'm sure he's going to continue to work with and help this community. So he's not he's not going to be hidden by any means. I just don't think we're going to see old number 11 in the Cardinal red any longer.
So, all right, super fans of the Fourth Dimension, what are you more sad about, Phil leaving or Larry leaving?
Yeah, well, I don't think you should have framed that like that.
No.
So
I
unfair.
wanted him on a microphone, so I'm setting him up for that disaster as a punishment. I told him I wanted him on a microphone for the start of the show. Didn't get that. So, all right, let's go to the text line, 888-368-1580. Thunder Snow says, yep. Phil got fired. No, Phil decided to walk out on his own 2 feet. Jag Dog says, Phil died? Oh, too soon.
No.
Mr. Pringle says, welcome aboard, Keon and Jeffrey. You weren't lying when you said the blender would be soon improving. I didn't say that. I said that we had an announcement. So be nice, Pringle.
Yeah.
King of Kittens says, hey, Keon, welcome to Scottsdale. You know it's going to be 110 degrees next week, right?
I am aware.
Yeah. Ukla the Mock says, hey, Radio Pal, Randy and FNG. How do you spell your name so I can include you in my texts? That's a good question. Everybody spells his name wrong. Keon, go ahead.
Keon.
Yeah, like neon, but with a K. And that's it. Don't even come at him, though, with Neon Keon.
That's gonna be a great moniker. Neon Keon.
No, he doesn't like that.
Here we go.
He doesn't like that.
Keon.
No,
I'm not
Randy.
thrilled about it.
No, Randy.
Light it up.
Randy, no. Listen, he doesn't like it, so we're not doing that. So listen, we let all the texters in the fourth dimension, all the people who listen to the show, pick their own nicknames. We're definitely not going to slap the moniker on him. Phil likes Filthy Phil, so we keep on calling him that. So, but Keon, do you got a nickname? I can't remember if you got a nickname.
I don't really have one. Like a lot of my friends will call me Key if they're not, if they're just being lazy, but that's about it.
You like Key?
Yeah, it works.
You sure?
I mean,
that means nobody's ever going to call you that.
Yeah. I enjoy it, which means, of course, that's not how nicknames work.
All right. Well, I'll keep that in mind for short. But I mean, you have a 4-letter name, so I don't know why does anybody need to shorten it. Essentially, they're going to be
it's mostly for my friends that I used to play pickup ball with. They'll call me Key because it's just easier to shout from across the gym. Key. Why aren't you defending somebody, Key?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Why are you so bad at basketball, Key? Why don't you go get us some drinks, Key? Bob Swirsky says, hey, another fine week there, gentlemen. Welcome there, Keon. Hey, how's the blender going to function without a villain anymore? Well, Phil was never a villain. He just, listen, we've had all sorts of different types on this show, and it's still going to be the same weirdness. It's just, I don't know. I mean, listen, it's day one. Keon might piss all of you off within 10 minutes. Yeah. You don't know.
That's a good point.
Blissful Hayes says, Larry Fitzgerald basically said, I'm not playing with the Cardinals anymore. I bet he signs with the Buccaneers at the beginning of the season.
Nah,
he wouldn't lie. He's not ready to play. He hasn't been in a mindset to play, but I think he's leaving the door open in case he decides later. Now, when he decides later, may not be with the Cardinals. You might be right on that. Thunder Snow says, hey, Keon, if Phil's behind you, just don't bend over. Come on now. That's true. Boogie says, if Larry comes back, it's not going to be with the Cardinals. Navy Devil says, bleep Phil. No one likes Broncos or Lakers or quitters.
Wow.
Mystery Girl says, good luck, Phil. Thank you for your tumultuous service. And welcome Keon to the crazy family.
Thank you.
Kyle G says, Neon Keon. No, see, we already said that we're not saying that. Schmitty says, Phil's leaving? That sucks. I actually liked him a lot. Best wishes, man. The world's at your feet. Go grab it by the nuts, my friend.
What?
Okay, now here's what you're going to find out. And Phil, I don't know if Phil's listening. He's probably in the bathroom pinching a loaf or something. But if he's listening, this is the time the worst critics, the harshest people are going to say the nicest things. And it's going to be a bizarre moment for Phil. Just a Tip says, good afternoon, gentlemen. Love having you on board, Keon. You've got a great persona and you bring some positive energy. Very, very awesome. And bye, Phil. It sounds like Larry just said, see you later, not goodbye.
Yeah, but I still don't think he's going to, I don't think he's going to play. I think this is a window in his life where he's young enough. He has the resources, plenty of resources to do whatever he wants. And he's still got some opportunities to be busy. It's not like he's going to be, sitting in a lawn chair getting old. The guy's a busy dude. So I'm happy for him. I think nothing but the best to you, Fitzy. And I hope your life ends out the way you want it to.
Yeah, he's not listening. You should probably know that.
You don't know that. No, I think he probably is. He likes this show.
Well, I mean, of course he likes it.
He likes it because I'm on air. Yeah. And he called me the damn Hall of Famer.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Blissful Hayes says, who's filthy? Bruno Baller says, once again, the Daily Blender remains Jeffrey O'Brien, Randy White, and whoever they can tolerate. Sounds about right. Yeah.
I think it's whoever can tolerate us.
A little bit of that too. So, all right. Well, we've got the news that Larry Fitzgerald is not going to be back with the Cardinals, at least not anytime soon. A little bit ambiguous on the way he said some certain things. There's been no formal announcement of retirement. Now, here's the big question. How do you imagine
the Cardinals are handling this little piece of PR. You know what I'm saying? Has there been any word from the Arizona Cardinals in regards to Larry Fitzgerald?
I haven't
seen nothing.
I haven't seen anything yet. That doesn't mean there's not something forthcoming.
So it'll be interesting to see what we hear from the team now that Larry has made those. I imagine about 100% imagine that they already know whatever it is he said to them, to the Jim Gray, he said to them. So, all right. So that's it. That's the big news today. Two pieces of news. Larry Fitzgerald is not going to play with the Cardinals anytime soon. Filthy Phil is going off to his real job at Sirius XM. And of course, he's going to be kind of hanging around for the next few weeks, making sure Keon's got his stuff figured out. And, Phil will continue to be a part of the show in various ways. So Blissful Hayes says, welcome to the blender, Keon. Nice to have a Washington Bullets fan on air. And good luck, Filthy, on the old Sirius XM. All right, guys, taking a break. We'll be back. More of the Daily Blender after this here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Are we ready for the 5:30 pickup?
Cam's Courier Service's newest hire delivered his resignation.
Hey, Ray, who's handling?
She now needs next day shipping on a new driver.
All these boxes here, are they ingoing or are they outgoing?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. With Indeed Instant Match, we immediately show you quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
If you're considering refinancing or getting a home loan, listen up. This is Dale Hellestray, and when you need a mortgage, the team I use is led by my good friend, Jeff Locks. And here's why. Jeff and his team negotiate with over 50 lenders to find the best possible deal. Your home has gone way up in value over the past year, so why not utilize your home equity to reduce your monthly expenses or even pay off some debts? Interest rates are still at all-time lows, and if you obtained your current mortgage prior to 2020, you can save a lot of money. Here's the best part. There's absolutely no lender fees. Jeff is truly Arizona's low-cost lender with over 30 years of experience. So call Jeff Locks, and if Jeff can't save you money, you'll get a free $50 Amazon gift card. This is a winning play, so call Jeff today, 480-202-0692. That's 480-202-0692.
Jeff Locks, NMLS number 1003782, National Mortgage License number 181106, Bear Financial Group, AZMB-09047774, Equal Housing Opportunity.
Mortgage rates keep dropping. Whether you're looking to reduce your payments, pull cash out, or shorten your term, take advantage of District Lending's new lower rates. 15-year fixed rates as low as 1.99% APR and 30-year fixed rates as low as 2.49% APR. Call or text 480-694-7890 or check out districtlending.com/rates. That's districtlending.com/rates. NMLS 183-5285, Equal Housing Lender. Mortgage rate subject to change. This is not a commitment to lend.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100+ degrees. 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer, and your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com.
This coming fall,
the bone-crushing hits,
the heart-shattering last-second losses.
QT dropped the ball, then picked up, and there it goes! Philippines free! The long bombs,
quick hits,
bubble screens,
draw plays,
slant patterns,
the cover twos,
nickel defenses,
zone blitzes,
spies,
edge rush,
and Mike linebackers.
It's NFL football.
And it's coming back exclusively to the Fanatic.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. And Keon, make sure you put yourself back in program one so we can hear you. Or they can hear you during the commercial break. I don't know. I'm sure you guys got it figured out. And yes, Larry Fitzgerald kind of, sort of retired on us, I guess. Sort of.
I just said he's not coming back right now.
Yeah, no. It sounds like retiring, unless he's just going to.
Yeah.
He'd be ready now. There's no way he'd be like, I'm just going to kind of cruise. I'll start working out in October. Then I'll join you guys later. No,
So,
that does not sound like something. And then it doesn't do the team any good. Doesn't do him any good.
I mean, Jeffrey, it would take him a long time to get back up into playing shape. And there's a difference between being fit, which I'm sure Larry is very fit, very healthy, but also to be in playing shape where your body can absorb some of the punishment of an NFL season.
Nobody said Larry Fitzgerald just went and got his fat on. We're just saying that he himself is admitting, I'm probably not in football shape, and my mindset, that was part of it too. The mindset isn't there. So if it ain't there now, I wonder if it ever will be again. 888-368-1580. Papa Mike says, hey, Keon, give us a rundown on which sports and teams you follow. Will any of that change now that you live here? Did Jeffrey tell you that the next remote broadcast is at the new guy's place? No, we're not doing a remote broadcast from Keon's place. No.
No.
And but back to the teams. Are you going to maybe change some alliances, or are you going to stick with what you have always been following?
I mean, I'm going to stick with what I've been following because I know misery, and that's pretty much what all those teams have brought me. I started watching sports in DC, so that's pretty much most of my teams. It's, the football team, it's the Nationals, the Caps, and the Wizards, because I definitely don't want to like basketball. That's why.
Wow. Now, and then, Keon, you have to understand something that, generally, bandwagoning is frowned upon. We know that. And what Phil did, during the summer was the most horrific amount of bandwagoning. I'm talking about during the spring. And when he decided to leave the Suns and follow the Lakers because LeBron is there. And but for you, in your case, it is allowable. I just want to let you know that you don't have to. You want to stick with what you are, where you're at, that's fine. But
here's
in
what
a
I am
situation where you move from one place to another, there is an open door for you at that point to embrace the local teams if you like.
Here's what I will do, actually, because I've never been a second team kind of guy. But I'm gonna pick the Phoenix teams as my second teams.
So you're going to sort of slow roll into the idea.
Yeah, I mean, especially the Suns, because I remember being a kid and Steve Nash was my favorite player.
There you go.
Just flat out. So
right.
I'll go Phoenix teams as my second teams.
All right, and
there we go.
We will check with you as time progresses to see if we make a transition where then Phoenix becomes first teams for you and your Washington teams become second. Now, for me, I'm a Colts fan because there was no football here when I was a kid. And then all my other teams are absolutely Phoenix teams. And then, I could have changed over, I guess, the Cardinals if I wanted, but my heart's with my team. My team, not that horrible city, my team. 888-368-1580. Thunder Snow says, if Phil does fantasy football, can he replace Rosalie Michaels? No, Phil's in League 5. Keon is in the Premier League. Rosalie Michaels still with us. So, in fact, I consulted with her on some of the rules of the league setup, which have been copied across every single one of our leagues. Now, we have a couple of slots left in League 8, and we still have more open slots in other places too. So if you want, but we filled up all the original leagues. So if you want, just send me an email, blender@1580thefanatic.com, and you can be in one of our Daily Blender Fantasy Football Leagues with a chance to win $100 if you win your league. And so just send me an email, blender@1580thefanatic.com. Now, Keon, have you ever won a fantasy football championship?
Literally once. But my general role is fantasy football bridesmaid, where I get to the championship game and lose repeatedly.
That's rough.
That's my role in life.
That means you're good at it. You just got bad luck at the last game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
So
my claim is, with me, I've won the championship more than a few times, but I've never been lower than fourth place until just last year. And it hurt. Last season hurt a lot. So hopefully this season will be better. Thunder Snow says, no, I meant as on-air talent, giving advice. Do you feel like you are knowledgeable enough to give good fantasy football advice, Keon?
That's something I'm working on. I don't feel good enough about it.
Thunder Snow.
Fantasy baseball, I feel much better about, but no, not. Not
all
fantasy
right.
football.
You don't need to be, because Russ Bliss has agreed to come hang out with us and give answers for fantasy football stuff. With all the gambling stuff just going just crazy, Rosalie Michaels is very busy with DraftKings, and she's very busy with her acting and her other stuff. So Rosalie Michaels, by the way, you can still send her a message on the Twitter. You can still tweet at her, and I bet she'll still answer questions. Oh, wait, Thunder Snow is now saying, no, we're talking Filthy Phil. He's going to work for Sirius XM's fantasy football channel. That's good. That's a good point. We could ask him, but he's not on a damn microphone.
Is it fantasy football? I thought it was fantasy baseball for some reason, or
just
just fantasy
period.
sports. I just thought it was fantasy sports.
We could ask Phil these questions, but he's not on a microphone.
Yeah, well, right now he's not on a microphone, so we really can't get any
Even
responses.
though I told him last night that I wanted him to be on a microphone.
Yeah, I'm sure you told him to be on a microphone, but he's not on a microphone right now. So,
Boogie says Neon Freon Keon. Okay, seriously. Now you've just hit the only two words that have eon in them, and there's eon. Okay, there's three words that have eon. There's Freon, Neon, and Keon. And eon. There's nothing else.
Yeah.
There's nothing else. Is there anything else, Keon? Or sounds about right?
No, that sounds about it. I mean, I suppose there's another word. Yeah, but I'm not going to put it out there. If someone else wants to think of it, you can keep it in your mind. To yourself.
It just hit me, and I apologize profusely.
I have a question for the new co-host here.
Yes, Randy White.
Yeah, 1580 Fanatic. So Keon, is your name Keon short for something, or is it just Keon?
It's just Keon.
Because see, people ask me all the time, okay, Randolph, or okay, Randall. No, my official name is Randy, Randy. It is on my birth certificate, and it's the official name of me. So when people call me Randolph, no, I just wanted to make sure Keon does not have some extravagant name like, Walter Headings Jr. the Third, or, some weird thing like that.
It's a Keon, short for Keonophilus.
Yeah,
no, it's just Keon.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Actually, now everybody's going to call you Keonophilus.
Keonophilus.
That's actually pretty good. Boogie, you're kind of stretching it with Dijon. I don't think Dijon mustard. Yeah,
close, Boogie.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say no on that one. Kenton says, I'm going to miss the sunlight that shines on Phil's face. Well, that's because he doesn't know how to close the blinds. So at a certain time every day, that sun comes through there. And if you're smart, Keon, you'll leave that closed so you don't bake. Mr. Pink Eye says, breaking news. Larry Fitzgerald will be the new co-host of 1580 The Fanatic.
Hey,
we'll add him to the show, but we're not getting rid of Keon.
No way.
I mean,
we'll make room for him.
Sure. I mean, somewhere. Ukla says, oh, what a wonderful day. I feel like one of those flying monkeys after Dorothy threw water on the witch. Yes. Welcome, Keon. That was a long way to go to sort of passive aggressively insult Phil.
Yeah.
It just seems to be the name of the game, though. So
some will be passive aggressive, some will be aggressive. So it's time to play once again, ladies and gentlemen. Did they pay too much? Robert Williams just got a 4-year, $54 million extension with the Boston Celtics. In case you don't know who he is, and I wouldn't blame you if you didn't. He's a center, and so now he's got a deal. So $54 million over 4 years. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's about $13 million a year, isn't it?
Yes, I believe you're right. Yeah.
Or 14 million?
14. I think it's 14 million.
Yeah. All right. So did they pay too much for Robert Williams?
Yes.
Keon.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, he's a nice player. He's good, and he's got a decently high ceiling. So maybe you're hoping that he plays his way into this contract. That just seems to be a backwards way of looking at it. I like to pay a guy for what I think he's done already. This is a really high overestimation of Robert Williams. He's a good player. I don't know if he's $54 million good.
All right. Well, he's going to be playing with penis cancer. So that's I'm sorry, Enos Cantor. Enos Cantor's got a 1-year deal. Dennis Scrotum's he's on there from the Lakers. So They got scrotum and penis cancer on the
boy.
Celtics.
No.
This is going to be a fun next year. Kemba Walker, Josh Richardson, Al Hortford, and let's see, Marcus Smart. So are the Celtics getting anywhere close to being a contender right now? Do you feel like they're a contender?
No, because to add to Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, they need a third guy. And not one of those names that you named is a third star, so a third person who can carry you over the hump. They just don't have that guy. Robert Williams sure isn't that guy. I like Marcus Smart a lot, but he can't shoot. He just doesn't have that ability. And Inez Kanter never met another person he could defend. So this is a team that's got two really good players, and they need a third guy, especially in that Eastern Conference, and they don't have it.
Well, I think the reason that the Celtics locked up Williams, he's young. He's young, and he's still kind of growing and maturing at this level. And he's proven to be pretty good on either end of the court. Not great, not iconic, but he seems to be pretty good. And he's, look, anytime you can lock up a guy of his size and his age, I think the Celtics are looking to the future, and they're hoping that he's going to mature. And I think this is an investment in the future of this team.
Let me explain something to you. If this team's not going to be very good, it don't care. I don't matter. Let me tell you why. We're going to hear about this team a lot this year because they got penis cancer and in his scrotum. So we are going to talk about this team a lot.
Just cringe when he does that. Wow.
Every chance I get to mention Dennis scrotum and penis cancer, gonna take it.
It just feels like the FCC is about to jump in at any second. They're not, but it feels like it.
Waiting on the bad phone to ring any second in there.
There ain't nothing in those sentences that get me in trouble. Anyway, so all right. So Keon says yes, the Celtics paid too much for Robert Williams. All right. Now LeBron James, as you know, every time somebody criticizes him, he's very reserved and he's quiet and he just takes that and he no, that's not true. He tweeted. So in the when the NBA executives and scouts decided to give him 0 votes for being the best player going into the next season, what you really could have done was relax and just like, whatever. I know where I'm at in my career. I know what I've done in my career, and I'll show them. No, that's not good enough. He tweets out, "Thank you," as if I didn't need more to motivate me and to fuel me. Washed. So, LeBron is reacting in the right way. Thanks for giving me what I need to spur me on to be great. But that is a check he just wrote that his old ass body can't cash. LeBron James is nowhere. He's not even probably in the top 10 of players going into next season.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know if I could name 10 better players than LeBron right now.
No, because he's oft injured. So look at last year. You want to do this by stats? Look at last year. If you want to go by percentages, well, that's you know what? I'd almost say the same thing. If you go by percentages or stats from last year, he was not one of the 10 best players in the NBA. And remember when we saw him play when he wasn't hurt and he was not LeBron like before? I don't know if you're going to see LeBron like before.
We're not going to see LeBron like before, but we're going to see a guy who can carry a team. And because when he didn't play last year, they were awful. So like he's the guy. I mean, Anthony Davis needs to be healthy, but Anthony Davis is so not healthy most of the time. I think LeBron is in the top 10 of best players, but no, he's not the best. And I don't think that there's an even argument there.
I would say this though, Keon, now I forgot what I was going to say. Never mind. Back to you, Jeffrey. Senior moment. Yeah.
So all I'm thinking right now, listening to Keon talk is, okay, well, then that means Anthony Davis is a lemon and LeBron is just an old ass classic car. He's a Model T.
I remember what Keon, LeBron has built this team to be around him, right? I mean, it's to accentuate his abilities, right? So, I mean, it's going to have the look that he is one of the elite players in the league. Used to be a guy that could pick up, with Cleveland, with Miami, but I think those days are gone. I think that ship has sailed, and he's just sort of gracefully aging and trying to win another championship before he goes out. And he's probably waiting on his son, don't you think? Waiting on his son to get into the NBA?
Yeah, it's just so you could have that one kind of Ken Griffey junior, senior season with your kid, which would be awesome. just to see it. I think that's what LeBron is honestly holding out for.
Yeah, he can try, but guess what? Body ain't going to agree. And I don't know how long that somebody's going to keep him around on a team just because he wants them to. The past is the past, and LeBron is not the future. 888-368-1580. Thunder Snow says, thanks, Keon. Phil's now rolling over in his grave listening to what Jeffrey's saying. Ukla says, really, Radio Pal? They traded Kimbo this offseason. I don't like basketball, and I know that. Oh, I was just reading off of a list, so I must have just read that wrong. So why don't you just bite me, Ukla? Average Joe says, I didn't realize it was pronounced penis cancer. I always just said it was anus cancer. Yeah, it's a common mistake, but it's penis cancer. Wow. Also, easy, LeBron. It was a survey of like 10 people, not the entire league. Yeah, it's take a chill pill, right? Blissful Hayes says, congratulations to Time Lord on his new contract with the Celtics. That what they call him, Time Lord? What are you talking about? They call Robert Williams Time Lord? That one you're going to have to explain. T-Bone says, why does Randy have a Derek Fillmore as his name on the YouTube there? By the way, welcome aboard, Neon with a K. All right, easy there, T-Bone. But yeah, what is with the Derek Fillmore up there?
I just feel like I identify as Derek Fillmore today.
That's who the hell's Derek Fillmore?
I don't know, but that's just the way I'm feeling today.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that. Big Steve says Phil's leaving. Well, who's gonna do a better job on my show than Chief now? Well, Schmitty, no, I ain't reading those. Those are mean. And he says, oh, whatever, I don't care. He says, welcome, new guy. Don't be a douche. Well, he's not paying attention right now, so he's kind of being a douche. All right. Hey, Keon, we're going to break now. If you're done talking to Phil, is that okay?
That's fine. That's perfectly acceptable. In fact, that's what we were talking about.
Schmitty says, don't be a douche. I'm just, saying that's what Schmitty says. Don't be a douche. He didn't say you were being one. He's just saying, don't be one.
Good to know.
Just want to see how he'd do with the awkward pause. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Because there's only one you, Vuse Alto is the vape as unique as you are. With Vuse by You, you can make your unique mix with any of 4 colors, 3 flavors, 3 nicotine levels, and infinite wrap designs. So how will you do you? Make Vuse Alto a vape that is yours. In store now. Discover more at Vuse.com. Vuse. Charge beyond. Vapor products. Underage sale prohibited. Website and offers restricted to age 21 and over tobacco consumers.
Are we ready for the 5:30 pickup?
Cam's courier service's newest hire delivered his resignation.
Hey, Ray, who's handling?
She now needs next day shipping on a new driver.
All these boxes here, are they ingoing or are they outgoing?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. With Indeed Instant Match, we immediately show you quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
I'm Cisco Miranda, owner of Miranda Delivery Service. As a business owner, my job is to provide the best quality service for our customers. Affinity Technology helped us reinvent our business processes, using technology to make us more efficient. I didn't know I needed technology consulting, but my ROI has been off the charts. Affinity Technology has saved us more than 80 man-hours a week and has helped me get back to what I do best, focus on my customers. Visit atechaz.com. That's atechaz.com and see how better technology processes can help your small business.
When you come to the desert, many things can be dangerous, but there's nothing more dangerous than a pit full of rattlers. Arizona Rattlers football is back. Don't miss a second of the action. Become a part of the Ninth Man for a membership of $10 per game for new season ticket members. All fans are welcomed as the Rattlers return at 100% capacity in the newly transformed Phoenix Suns Arena. Call 602-379-8274 today. Don't wait. Arizona Rattlers, strike back.
Football is starting soon, and your exclusive home for the NFL and Super Bowl 56. The Fanatic wants to make your business a part of the action. Advertise your business on all the primetime NFL games, Monday, Thursday, and Sunday during the regular season. Here's the game plan. Your custom-produced radio commercial will air 2, even 3 times in every game. Plus, your business is branded during dozens of weekly NFL promos on the station, stream, app, and website. And you'll get commercial reads live during our morning and afternoon drive shows each week promoting your business. Don't forget about special teams. Your business gets 5 extra daily spots throughout the week and matching spots on our live stream website and on the 1580 The Fanatic Sports app. Plus, you can play defense against your competition and lock them out with our category exclusive option play. All this for the best deal ever. Now, even your small business can play with the pros. Go to 1580thefanatic.com for all the info and details. Is your business ready for football season? Go to 1580thefanatic.com and get in the game today. We know how it goes. You can't always tune in and hear your favorite shows and hosts.
Dude, look, I'm a loser, okay?
It's cool, bro. That's why we post podcasts of your favorite shows and hosts. Listen when you want to. Listen on demand.
That is great and frankly kind of amazing.
Go to 1580thefanatic.com to download.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. Don't forget to go sign up for the Harmon Solar NFL Fan Pick'em contest. We're getting closer and closer to the start of the NFL season. And, weekly prizes are nice. You got to play the whole season to win the big prize. Grand prize of $1,580 if you get first place, $500 if you get second place. And of course, as I said, weekly prizes are pretty cool too. So go to 1580thefanatic.com. Click on the link there. It'll explain to you what you got to do and how to do it. Go do that thing. And you were Keon, you got to go get registered, by the way. Yeah, because all the hosts do it too. You're not eligible to win the money, but all the hosts do it. It's like we point of pride. The Blender whooped ass last year over the morning show, and we got to do that again. So are you any good at picking games there, Keon?
Yeah, I like to think I'm pretty good, actually.
Yeah, but like everybody likes to think that, but are you actually?
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Well, welcome to Team Blender. Go get signed up. Go to 1580thefanatic.com and get that thing done. Also, for all you guys out there, we still are populating teams. I just like overnight a whole new league. So go on, get hooked up with us here to play fantasy football. You guys email me, blender@1580thefanatic.com. Say, Jeffrey, I want to play the fantasy football with you guys. You could also win $100 if you win your league in the Daily Blender Fantasy Football Leagues. That's also courtesy of Harmon Solar. So come on, let's have some fun. Join the picks contest. Join one of the Daily Blender Fantasy Football Leagues and go football. Oh, I can't wait for this season. I can't wait for this season so I can watch some other teams better than the Colts actually play. I can't wait for that. And I'm going to live vicariously through you, Randy, and the Arizona Cardinals being somewhat good. Don't worry, Keon. I'm not watching your team.
I guess we weren't in any danger of that the day we signed Ryan Fitzpatrick to be our starting quarterback.
Oh, Fitzmagic.
I like Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's from here, He graduated from Highland in Gilbert. Outside of that, no, I could give a damn about Washington football team. By the way, what are they going to call that team?
Well, we actually talked about it the day you were out. That didn't
that
happen
doesn't mean no
out.
good because I wasn't here. So
right,
but filling me in on more stuff I don't know.
There were eight finalist names. They're actually down to 3, but they're not telling you which 3 out of the 8
Why
they're
not?
down to. Because they're being dramatic about it. That's this part of this is.
Hasn't there been enough drama from that organization?
I mean, there has been enough, but this is good drama. There's no scandal. No one's investigating anything. No one's getting fined.
Let's see. Let me see if I can pull this up here. There was a whole bunch of them.
There was the Armada. And,
that's a dumb name.
The Commanders.
Here you go, Jeffco. The Armada, the Brigade. How about the Commanders?
No.
How about the Defenders?
No.
The Presidents?
No, that's even worse.
Yeah. Red Hogs.
Red Hogs? I know that Keon likes the Red Hogs, but
didn't
you say you like the Red Hogs?
Yeah, I would be cool with just the Hogs. I don't understand why we have to go Red Hogs there. It could just be the team already has a history with the Hogs.
Yeah.
Just be the Hogs.
The Washington Hogs. Is that what you're saying, Keon? You'd like to?
Well,
see
that's
that?
not a choice. It's not a legit choice.
Red Hogs.
They also have Red Wolves.
Red Wolves is probably the coolest name, but it sounds like an XFL team. You know what's going to happen, Keon? I think you know what's going to happen. They're going to stay the Washington football team.
That is also a name on the list.
Yeah,
I would say that's high on the list. And they're like, we already got all the logos. We already have the website, sort of. So I bet I would put money on them sticking with that. What say you, Randy?
Yeah, I could see that happening. I'm really sad that they're not going to be honoring the Tuskegee Airmen.
What
I
happened
thought
to
for
that?
sure the Red Tails, that would be cool.
Yeah, that was cool. The whole airplane motif and
Yeah,
paying
man.
tribute to some unsung heroes from the past, and absolutely would have been great. So why did that one fall away? Was there a vote? Because that's bullcrap. I feel like that one would be top 3 right now.
I know a lot of fans liked it early on, but they've been going through this process and the fans were involved. And I don't know exactly why it lost popularity, but it did.
Yeah, I think Dan Schneider's involved. I think that's what really happened to it. I don't know anybody who didn't like that one. So, yeah, I think I'm right. What do you think now? You think the same thing, or do you think it's going to be one of these other names, Keon?
I think it's gonna end up being Red Wolves. That's the one
Really?
that's the most popular with the fans. So
then you're going to have to immediately trade for Andy Dalton. You got to have him if you're going to be the Red Wolves. It's going to hurt.
Your quarterback is a redhead. Is that what you're saying?
Gotta
Yeah.
be.
All right.
And that's the other thing. Every draft, somebody is going to, if there's a redhead in the draft, they're like, oh, hell no. Dye my hair. Dye my hair. Dye my hair. I don't want to go to that team. Wow, that's some jet black hair you got there. We thought for sure you were a ginger. No, wasn't me.
Meanwhile, everyone in his family's hair is red, and he's
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I got
draft footage will be amazing. You'll be able to see who he is in that crowd of gingers, though, won't you? Oh, that is sad for you, Keon. But listen, anything's better than the alternative. So at least they're stepping away from that old racist moniker. Good Cat says, because Daniel Snyder is a giant racist, sexist asshat, that's why he can't have the Red Tails. Twittiot says, Mr. White, on Her Majesty's lands, Randy is a condition, not a name.
Yes, that's true.
Meow. Wow. Randy's getting Randy now. Ukle the Mock says, first off, the baby ain't no Tom Brady. Second, I think we should get to be host for a day if we win along with the 1580. Oh, you know what? That's an interesting thought, actually, Ukla. Usually you're a moron, but right now, that is not a bad thought.
I have a question here. I've got some input for you there, Jeff Go.
Yeah, go
Randy
ahead.
White, 1580 Fanatic.
Go ahead.
I believe we owe somebody, and I
Yes.
think it's
Yes, we do.
Raven Kidd.
You're absolutely right.
A spot as a co-host on this very program
Absolutely.
from the 2019 season. I think.
And as soon as this whole COVID garbage is a little more under control, we'll definitely have him come in. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And he's also in the Premier League. So we probably should do it before he wins the league. It annoys me. So we'll get around to that. But yeah, Ukla does bring to mind a pretty interesting idea. If we end up with 15 leagues, it would be interesting. Everybody who wins gets to do an hour on the blender. That would be a fun week. Letting people sit in with us and just be a part of the show.
So
And
15 winners. Is that what you're
that's
saying?
15 hours. That is 5 days. So it'd be a week of winners. Oh, hey, how do you like that? The Daily Blender week of winners.
Yeah.
And then I'll just take it off. I'll just take it off. You guys can handle it.
No. If we're gonna have guest hosts on the program and it's part of your idea, then you need to be here as well.
I don't think that's true. Keon used to host his own show. Keon just used to sit there and talk to himself for about 3.5 hours. So why can't you guys get along without me?
Oh, I can't. I'm not saying we can't. I'm saying it is a must that you are part of the Daily Blender, and therefore you should have to participate.
Daily Blender with Jeffrey O'Brien.
Outstanding. So you guys will handle it, and I'll be back the next week. Fantastic.
Nope.
Glad we worked that out.
No, we did not. There's nothing worked out yet, Jeffrey. Nothing has been worked out. Nothing has been solved. Nothing.
Fantastic. Boogie says, Phil, best of luck to the going to the dark side there. It'll be an honor to whoop your ass this year in Blender Force League 5. It's not Blender Force League. It's just Blender League 5. He says, I'm coming for your ass, Phil. See, Boogie, you need to know something about fit. No, I'll just leave it. Screaming Eagle says, "Happy Friday, Blender. Will the Ravens continue their preseason winning streak?" Who gives a crap?
The Ravens?
It's the preseason, man. Who gives a crap? Nobody cares about preseason football. What you got to ask yourself is, can the Ravens avoid any injuries? Will Lamar Jackson have to poop his pants? What's going to happen there? By the way, is Lamar going to see any time in that game, in this week's preseason game?
I can't imagine that he does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all right.
I can't.
Mr. Pringle says, Dusty Rhodes, you got a pregame analysis of the Chiefs and the Cardinals. It's happening at 5 p.m.
Well, listen, American Dream Dusty Rhodes coming at you live and strong through the airwaves. And tonight, the former Super Bowl champions will be joining us here in the Silver Nest to take on the Red Menace known as the Cardinals. The Cardinals will come out in force and be ready to take on Patrick Mahomes and his homies as they land here in Phoenix at the Silver Nest. Listen, I think this is going to be just a practice game. There's no reason for anybody to get all upset about that. No fighting in the stands. Let's remain calm, everyone, and know where the exits are at all times. American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. You got it, Daddy. We'll see you at the ball game.
Yeah, I thought Patrick Mahomes was playing tonight. Is he? Yeah. So like for the first half, and then they say like for the first half they're going to play other guys, or am I thinking somebody else?
I think Kyler Murray is going to play at least the first quarter, from what I understand, and Patrick Mahomes will be out there chucking it out there at least the first half, mostly with the number ones. Which I don't. I mean, on one hand, I can see what Andy Reid's doing, and Andy Reid is a longtime veteran head coach in this league, so he's got to know what he's doing, but. Are you sure you want to do that in a preseason game? Throw them out there I think these guys know how to get the job done.
Every coach has their own way of doing this. Some coaches will not ever let their starters, or at least their starters, go out in a preseason game. Some guys are going to throw them out there every preseason game. Everybody's got a different philosophy about how things should be. So, I don't know if there's any right or wrong answer to that. You just hope to heck that nobody gets hurt doing these.
Well,
things.
I mean, just yesterday, there was two guys that went down. I can't remember the names off the top of my pointed head, but one guy with an Achilles, the other guy with a torn bicep, both of them out for the rest of the season. One for the Browns, and the bicep guy tore that linebacker. He's just an absolute beast out there. And I can't remember who the other guy was. A torn Achilles. Is that what you want from Patrick Mahomes in your number ones in a meaningless preseason game?
What also would probably be a factor is the coach knows how his line is doing. And if he's confident in his offensive line, he may feel a little more confident about putting a star quarterback out there. And, Patrick Mahomes is pretty mobile. So I think the chances of him getting hurt in a preseason game aren't extremely high. But, I get what you're saying. This is not the time to be doing those sorts of risks. But everybody's got to knock the rust off. Everybody's got to see the field a little bit. It's a dress rehearsal for a reason. They haven't played in a while. So I can see it either way. But, if you're an injury-prone player, how about no? How about we wait until it's the actual season? At least we get something out of this, Carson Wentz, if he weren't already hurt, he should be out there right now. You see what I'm saying?
Well, Mahomes did have that kneecap injury.
Well, that was during a game, and he got his kneecap kicked down to his socks.
Right.
And, they put it back together, and he came back and won the Super Bowl. So
it was during a game, and he got his knee. See what you just said? It was during a game, and he got his kneecap kicked down into his damn socks. Is that what's going to happen tonight at Silver Nest? Look, I don't know. And I'm not predicting that, and I hope it doesn't happen. I just think it would be terrible if it did for not only the Chiefs, but also anybody on the Cardinals squad.
You know what? It's a contact sport, guys, and there will be contact. You don't want to waste that contact so much in the preseason, but you got to get out there. You got to dust off the rust. You got to try to win some games. It's all part of the deal. So whether they get hurt now or later, it sucks they get hurt at all. But just hope that they make it count. That's all I got to say about that. All right, so we got 1 hour down. Are we any closer to Phil being on a damn microphone?
I don't know. I think he's asleep.
You know, we may never let him be on a microphone again. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
It's time again for the Harman Solar 1580 The Fanatic NFL Pick'em Contest. Send your picks each week to see if you are this year's best game picker. Sign up at 1580thefanatic.com. Play against the Fanatic Air staff and all the listeners. You can score the grand prize of $1,580 or the second place prize of $500. Provided by our friends at Harman Solar. Sign up today at 1580thefanatic.com. The Harman Solar 1580 The Fanatic NFL Fan Pick'em Contest. Exclusively from your home for the NFL and Super Bowl 56 in Arizona.
Mortgage rates keep dropping. Whether you're looking to reduce your payments, pull cash out, or shorten your term, take advantage of District Lending's new lower rates. 15-year fixed rates as low as 1.99% APR and 30-year fixed rates as low as 2.49% APR. Call or text 480-694-7890 or check out districtlending.com/rates. That's districtlending.com/rates. NMLS 183-5285, Equal Housing Lender. Mortgage rate subject to change. This is not a commitment to lend.
Distracted driving is dangerous, Arizona. When you pick up your phone to send a text message, you're putting lives at risk. When you pick up your phone to take a call, you're putting lives at risk. When you pick up your phone to check an email, you're putting lives at risk. And now, when you pick up your phone while driving, it's also against the law in Arizona. Don't get a ticket. Don't pick up your phone. Sponsored by Arizona Chapter, National Safety Council, and Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
Are you losing sleep over recent market volatility affecting your hard-earned retirement savings? Let's face it, if you're at or near retirement, you can't afford to lose 40% of your nest egg like so many did in 2008. On one hand, you want safety and guarantee of principal. On the other hand, most people prefer the potential of higher growth by being linked to the market. Now you can have both. Principal protection during market downturns and desirable market-linked growth during upturns. When the market goes up, you go up with it and your gains are locked in. And when the market goes back down, you're guaranteed not to lose. It's that simple. If you like the idea of avoiding market risk but earning more than a CD, call Seiler Wealth Management at 407-831-8002. We'll keep it simple. We'll teach you time-tested, proven strategies to help grow your income and keep your principal safe for retirement. To get started, call Seiler Wealth Management at 407-831-8002 and listen to Money Radio Wednesdays at noon for the Stock Doctor's Prescription Show.
It's weird to hear a spot for Harman Solar when it's cloudy or rainy out, right? That doesn't happen very often here in Phoenix, does it? We get over 300 days of sunshine every year. And those other days, well, even then, your solar panels are pulling every last dime they can out of that sun. Harman Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. These are people you can trust. Call Harman Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmansolar.com.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside my heterosexual life partner, Randy White. We got Keon Rose there running the board, doing his thing, and Phil is teaching him. Why? Because Phil is finally heading to Washington, D.C. to go to work for Sirius XM and take care of business on their fantasy football channel, or fantasy sports channel. I don't know. He'll explain more about it later on when we finally get him on a microphone or something. But so, no, Phil is not fired. Phil is walking out on his own 2 feet. And for those of you who don't know, in the background there, Phil has done us more of a favor than we've ever done him. For as much as he could be aggravating on the air behind the scenes, he's been a prince among men and has done us a huge solid. So we're going to always be forever in its debt. And I like saying that because I know he can't hear me right now. He doesn't have headphones on. Later, we will bash the crap out of him.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh, yeah.
So that's what's going on today. Also, Larry Fitzgerald don't sound like he is coming back from what he told Jim Gray on the podcast thing. So, all right, fine. I'll have to come to grips with that. I'm going to miss Larry Fitzgerald.
I'll just have to come to grips with it.
Well, I mean, that's all we can do. It's all we can do.
It's a bummer and a half, but all right, so be it. So be it. I'm sure that we'll hear something from the Cardinals shortly. So 888-368-1580. I have to cough. I'm okay.
That was very melodramatic.
Well, I had an M&M go down the wrong way. Also, we just learned that Keon is not very quick on his feet because he could have muted me. He could have just reached over and touched, I don't know what he's staring at over there now. He's not talking to us.
That's scary. Yeah, I think he's probably editing the show from last hour to get it up on the podcast.
I'd rather have him on the mic than staring at that screen over there. I'll tell you that. Right, same. The podcast can wait. They ain't that
Well,
big
I'm
to do.
sorry.
Are you really?
I'm
don't
learning
think
the
you are.
stuff, and I actually am sorry. If
We
it
just
means
stare at him for a
anything.
while. I don't know. He's like, I'm sorry I took this job.
Well, hold on. It's going to be at least another month before that.
Oh, what's the over-under on that one, Randy?
I get the under. I'm taking the under on that one.
Yeah. Well, anyways, welcome to the show there, Keon. And you might want to actually make an attempt to be good on the radio, because I think somebody from your hometown of Washington, D.C. is listening right now. So not to make you nervous, but it came up on my nifty screen here, my little thing. There's somebody listening from Hyattsville in Maryland, near Washington, D.C. So
Hyattsville.
Somebody you know?
Well, it could be my mom, probably, which, you know.
Want to say a shout out to mom there listening?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, give a shout out to your mom.
Hey,
Say hi
Mom.
to your mother. Say hi to your mother.
I'm
for me.
sorry, but this is where I wound up.
I love it. Hey, mom.
No, that's
sorry.
appropriate. Listen, we've all had that conversation.
You invested a lot of time and money into me, and I wound up on the Daily Blender. And I like it here, but I didn't want you to have to hear.
Yeah, it's all down. It's all downhill from here, man.
Yeah.
Hey, it's the 5th largest city in the country, and I know this is actually a pretty damn big radio market. So he ain't doing so bad, Mom. And we think he'll probably do better. Can't get much worse. 888-368-1580. Berg says, hey, can we still say suck it, Phil, even though Phil's going to be gone? Yeah, I don't see why that'd be bad. I'm sure he'd be happy that you guys remember him.
Yeah.
Mr. Pringle says, hey, Jeffrey, when you took the day off earlier in the week to go watch the Cowboys versus the Jazz game.
No.
Did you get to meet Jerry Jones? I bet it was a hoot to have a conversation with him. Listen, you know what's funny? He says, using your Jerry Jones voice. One time I had a conversation with Dale Hellestray using his voice. Not amused, by the way.
What's going on, Dale? I don't think I like that. Well, you're not like Dale. I don't sound like that. Yeah, you do, Dale.
Navy Brad says, TGIF, man.
Yeah,
hey,
no kidding.
Keon, that stands for Thank God It's Friday. Or Thank Goodness It's Friday if you're really picky about that. So, just saying.
Yeah, I think Keon probably knew that.
Just Tip says 2 things on the subject. 1, I think it's kind of funny that a former Phoenix Sun, Oliver Miller, washed out of the league because of his inability to push away from the buffet table, and his uniform number was 8. Get it? Kizzy 8. Number 2, today is National Radio Day. Yeah, we know. Every day is National Radio Day for us. And understand something. We're not going to bore you with a bunch of little platitudes about Radio Day. It's like, hey, we get to be on radio. We don't have to be on radio. So we're very grateful to be here and doing what we're doing. And we're very grateful that you guys are listening out there. So, ain't no reason for us to make a big deal out of Radio Day.
Mm-hmm.
You guys want to say Happy Radio Day? We're happy to hear it.
Sure. Yeah.
We don't make a big deal out of Secretary's Day. Why would we make a big deal out of this day? Good Cat says, wait, Phil's gone? And now Keon is the new 3rd host?
Yep.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Well, Phil's still around. Guys, understand, Phil is going to still be Phil the fill-in, Phil the filthy fill-in. And, we'll probably have him guest in on some stuff every now and then. We're still going to be pals with Phil. It's not like the last bunch of co-hosts where, some quit, some couldn't quit soon enough, that sort of thing. We like Phil. Senior Wake and Bake says, hey, duo, good job eliminating Phil.
Wow.
Well, welcome, Leon. Oh, that's another one I didn't think about.
Keon.
Didn't think about that one. Yeah.
Not Leon. Keon.
His new band, the Kings of Keon. King of Kittens says, Randy,
yes,
only 4 times in the 130 or so years of recorded Phoenix weather history, with the fabulous rain we've had.
Yeah.
Yes. Phoenix has recorded rain on 6 consecutive days. That's
How
only
about
happened in 1909, 1919, the year I was born, 1969, and the spectacular year of 2021. That is statistically amazing.
It is. It is absolutely amazing. And now you know. See what meteorological studies do for you. It helps you jump into the internet and really get your learn on. You get your learning cap on, and that thing starts humming. And it's amazing some of the things that you can learn by being a scientist like I am.
So, do you think we're going to get 7 days in a row, or is it too late for that?
No, I don't think it's going to happen today.
Here,
Outside
guys.
chance. Again, this is the monsoon season, so anything's possible. There are some good-looking clouds. I don't know if they're going to get together and have a thunderstorm party or not. So we'll have to see.
Yeah. Yeah, a little something like that. Okay, so now here's the thing, Keon, you need to understand. When we get rain like this, and the next thing that happens, get ready for the wildfires. We already had a bunch of wildfires this year. So what happens is the rain has come down. It's going to help feed all the brush and all the stuff that's going to burn next spring. Yeah. We're going to have a hell of a fire season.
Of life.
Yeah. And so enjoy that part. Ookla the Mock says, yeah, it would suck if you had to really get a real radio job there, huh, Radio Pal? Yeah, I agree. Berg says, happy radio day. How's the drive-through promotion working out? Good, Cat. What in the hell is he talking about? What are you talking about? I don't know. Drive-through promotion. I don't know what he's talking about.
Got name.
And here's Good Cat says, did the fourth dimension hurt Phil's feelings too much? No,
probably.
We knew he was leaving the minute he showed up. He was just pausing a moment to help us out as he was waiting for the whole COVID thing to pass so he could go join the company over there in Washington, D.C., which is kind of coincidental, isn't it, Keon?
Yeah.
He is going where you came from. Now, do you have any later on, think about some good, helpful tips for Phil in trying to live his new life in Washington, D.C.?
I mean, it's another big city. It's not as hot. Prepare for the nightlife because that city doesn't sleep very well.
Well, he likes to boogie. We know that. He does like
that
the
disco
boogie.
round.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, when he finally gets his ass on a microphone, we should have this conversation. Now, I'm not talking about the good things. You need to warn him about some of the bad things and things to look out for. And then, get some pro tips would probably be very appreciated by him.
Yeah, well, when
Now,
we
Keon
get no, I'm throwing it to the wolves.
Yeah,
figure it out the way I had to.
Nobody helped me.
I grew up on the mean streets. You figure it out.
Yeah, some of those streets are pretty mean.
They are. Be careful.
That ain't no joke.
I grew up on the mean streets.
So you mentioned earlier your proclivity for the fantasy baseball. So that means you must know a few things about fantasy baseball. Let me ask you a question. In baseball, is $1 million a lot of money? In baseball,
yeah. I mean, no, it's not.
It's
that.
none.
It's nothing. If you're making $1 million, you're an average baseball player, maybe.
Right. Now, it must be nice, though, for Cole Hamels to steal $1 million from the Dodgers. I like that. I actually like that he did that because I don't like the Dodgers. But when they brought Cole Hamels, he got $1 million. He was injured and he hasn't had to pitch a single inning. He got $1 million for pitching exactly 0 games and 0 innings for the Dodgers. And I don't know what they were hoping for because he'd only pitched 3 innings with the Atlanta Braves back in 2020 before he came to the Dodgers. But whatever the case, he just got $1 million for doing nothing. Isn't that nice? Good Lord. I wish I could have done something like that.
That's pretty sweet. Yeah.
People think that it's pretty sweet that I get paid to do this.
Yeah.
I agree personally. But
Good Cats. Thank you for that. Just the Tip says Leon said circle of life. Well, the circle of life is science, my friend. Okay. That doesn't make a lot of sense, but thank you for showing me pictures of your Maker's Mark whiskey. I don't know how that's.
Don't mind if I do.
Actually, the circle of life. You know what the circle of life is to me, Randy? The circle of life is that little condensation stain that my whiskey glass leaves on my fine wood tables.
Yes,
That's
I agree.
the circle of life.
I agree.
And then it becomes a circle of beatings when my wife sees it and says, "Why the hell aren't you using coasters?"
Yeah.
So,
Well, yeah.
all right. We've got some other things that are sort of brewing out there. Remember, we talked about maybe a combination of the Pac-12 and the Big 12. It had been, and I said, hey, call it the Big Pac-12. Where's the Big 10? No, the Big 10. Yeah, the Big 10. I think the Big 12 is, by the way, why would they allow them to have two bigs? There's a Big 10 and a Big 12. I think it's big time stupid. I mean, it gets confusing, doesn't it? Or is that just me?
And since some one of them has to figure out what the number is, because the Big 12 currently has 10 teams in it, and
now they're both the Big 10.
And the Big now they're both, the Big 10 has 14 teams in it, so like that doesn't even make sense. Yeah, it never made sense.
You're making college seem pretty stupid. Let's get rid of all of it, okay? How about this? The ACC, the Big 10, and the Pac-12 get together, call it the Big Pac ACC, the Big Pac ACC, or the Big ACC Pac, or the ACC Big Pac, or
I still like my idea.
I don't know.
No, not Tupac. Not Tupac.
Well, you got Biggie. You got Pac. You get
yeah. I mean, maybe.
Do you know what I'm saying? Why would you
I
leave Biggie out if you got Pac?
I don't think it would work here. In
no
the athletic
teams
sense
from
of
Vegas.
Things. Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I still think they ought to take my advice and call it the case.
The case?
Yeah. The 24 pack.
But it's going to be way more than 24. If the ACC, how many teams is that? The ACC, the Big 10, and the Pac-12. So if there's 14 in the 10, and then there's 12 in the 12. So far, if I'm not mistaken, that's 26 teams. And how many teams are in the ACC? Usually when I pause like that, Keon, that's waiting for you.
Yeah, I want to say 12, ACC. But I don't know off the top of my head.
Okay. So if my numbers are correct, that's 53 teams. Is that it? Did you have the same thing, Randy? 53? I think it's 53.
I was told there'd be no math, but yeah, it's somewhere close there.
I know we're so bad at math. They're saying
15 teams in the ACC.
That there could be some sort of alliance soon, and they're saying it would go even further than because we talked about this before, that it would make sense to have some sort of organization, get rid of the NCAA, get some sort of part of your organization to interact with media and the television inventory and scheduling and stuff like that. So you get hooked up with some network, or you get hooked up with some organization to broadcast stuff, and you get away from the NCAA and do it that way. So, but now they're saying this alliance between the Big 10, the ACC, and the Pac-12 might actually end up being more than just those things. So I don't know what that means yet. I don't know what they're looking to do. And then, yeah, you're right. What about the Big 12? Which, I think we're going to end up having one big blob that's going to come together. It's not going to be called the NCAA anymore. It's going to be something else. I mean, I'll leave it to somebody else to figure out the name and the acronyms, but all of this is happening. It doesn't need to happen if the NCAA weren't such doinks.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that, but the NCAA needs to be disbanded. I think there ought to be separate leagues throughout the country where these teams are part of a league, sort of the model of what baseball is. You've got the American League, you've got the National League. The same thing with the NHL. You have different big giant divisions under one heading of the NHL. So I think this is just the beginning of the end of this whole NCAA corporate structure, especially with this new the new opportunity for the players to get paid and have their own sponsorship and that sort of thing.
Hey, you want to get that, Randy?
No.
Oh, okay. Was that you?
People need to learn, especially my kids. I'm on the air between 3 and 6. Don't call.
No, it's absolutely not up to you to put your phone on mute. That's all right.
That wasn't my phone. That was my computer.
Ah, I see. Cohen's Kiddo says you can just call it the PAC, the PACC, Pacific Atlantic Central Conference, the PAC. It could be the Pac 32, 48, whatever you want it to be. That's interesting. But then everybody's going to be like, well, that's not right, because then we're just calling it like the Pac 12. So they won't allow it. Moist One says the big PACACC. Wait a minute. Don't say it out loud. Don't say it out loud. Google the Mock wonders if LaMelo Ball had something to do with calling the Big 10, the Big 10, the Big 12, the Big 12, since the math was so bad. King of Kitten says there is an incredible amount of traffic heading west in the direction of Cardinal Stadium on the I-10. And by the way, the 101's Pac-2, as well as Indian School, Camelback, Northern, Glendale. Like Danny Sullivan says, use something else. Well, you're running out of something else's, aren't you? So if I knew what road you were on, King Kittens, I could try to clear it for you. But right now, I don't think anybody is going to be putting up with that nonsense. Everybody's trying to get to the stadium or just trying to get themselves home for a nice weekend. So good luck out there. All right, guys, we must take a break. And when we come back, I only got one thing to say. We're talking NFL. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Are you looking for a rewarding new career? Join the United States Postal Service and apply for roles nationwide. Serve your community with pride and receive benefits, including competitive pay and opportunities for advancement. Whether you're looking for full-time, part-time, or seasonal positions, we have options that may be perfect for you. The United States Postal Service is an equal opportunity employer. Apply now at USPS.com/careers.
Your favorite radio station.
And now you're up to date on the news. Stand by for weather and traffic right after this.
It wakes you up, starts your day, and keeps you informed as well as entertained.
You guys are absolutely the best.
How do you like to work here?
At The Fanatic, we're looking for commissioned sales reps to knock on doors, set up appointments, and extol the benefits of advertising with your favorite radio station. Send your resume to jobs at 1580thefanatic.com.
When it comes to automotive repairs, where do you start? Been looking for a new home? Should you rent or buy? If you're looking for the latest trends in the automotive industry or real estate, look no further than the Drive Friendly Radio Show. Hosted by Steve, with over 40 years in the automotive industry, and Felicia, who's well established in the real estate market, you can get great advice and insight you can trust. You'll be smarter for listening, and maybe you'll have a little fun too. The Drive Friendly Radio Show, Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100+ degrees. 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer, and your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com.
Do you have great credit? And are you good with your money? If so, I bet you're in a low-rate 15 or 30-year mortgage. But guess what? You're in the wrong loan. I guarantee it. You see, on a Life Changer loan, not only will your monthly payments go down, but you'll probably pay off your mortgage in under 5 years without changing a dime of spending habit. Sound too good to be true? It's not magic. It's just math. So check us out at lifechangerloan.com. That's lifechangerloan.com.
Arizona Mortgage Broker number MB1002031, NMLS number 1863775. Life Changer Loan Corp is an equal housing lender.
Last year, nobody knew what to expect. This year, it's an entirely different story. New rookies, new leadership, new expectations. The NFL is back, and it's exclusively on The Fanatic, including playoffs and the Super Bowl. You won't hear it anywhere else. Your home for the NFL, 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports.
Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. Coming up on Saturday at 6 p.m., you have the Arizona Rattlers taking on the Frisco Fighters. Talk about a dumb name for a team. We thought the Washington football team was sort of bland, but Frisco Fighters, well, that's a damn stretch, isn't it, right there? But I guess there's worse names than Frisco Fighters and worse names in the Washington football team. But whatever the case,
Arizona Rattlers, well, they'll be beating the Frisco Fighters this weekend at the Suns Arena, the Foot Fungus Arena in downtown Phoenix, or whatever the hell it's called. 888-368-1580. All right, so let's do this. Let's talk some NFL. I want to try to get this in because it's a Friday show, and that's always going to be crazy. And nobody ever lets me get to the NFL quarterbacks and stuff. And that's it seems like all I ever want to try to do. And we sometimes don't get there. But we got to start this, though, talking about the fights. Oh, there have been a lot of fights. They're doing these inter team practices, and things are getting chippy out there. We told you yesterday that Antonio Brown seemed to be doing Antonio Brown things, but I got a feeling Bruce Arians didn't mind at all, because he was like, I didn't see any fighting. I just saw some pushing and shoving, and it's like Antonio Brown's just out there swatting flies. So I feel like that is Bruce Arians' way of saying Chris Jackson had it coming. Chris Jackson must have been doing something that he deserved to be punched in the face by Antonio Brown. So yeah, that joint practice was very, very heated. I don't know if there's any reports of I guess there's no more inter practice today. Everybody's getting ready for their games this weekend, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, a lot of the fighting stuff that tends to break out is just guys getting frustrated from hitting each other, your own teammates for lots of practices. Then finally you get to see somebody else that isn't on your team, and you just kind of let loose on one of them, and your coaches are never going to say that that's a bad thing.
Yeah. Well, unless it gets too far out of control. But Bruce Arians has indicated, no, he will not be punishing any of his players. And it kind of seemed like if you saw him in the press conference, he might have kind of enjoyed that. Of course, the Rams and the Raiders, they had to end their joint practice early after a fight. I don't know how crazy that fight got. But, yeah, I guess they were towards the end of this thing. And then I guess there was a brawl, and they says, everybody go home, we're out of here. Nobody knows exactly what led to it, but they were just glad nobody got hurt. So this should be an interesting weekend of preseason action. Now, generally that sentence is a lie, but knowing that people are getting chippy in the practices could make for some interesting play out there on the field. And people are fighting for jobs every week that goes by. Less of these guys have a job, or they're just relegated to the practice squad. So, it does. There are some interesting angles. Now, if you're looking for good football, you've come to the wrong place in the preseason, because you're not going to see it. But if you know who to watch, if you know what to look for, if you're like, okay, I know this player is doing this, there's plenty of storylines you can follow and watch in a game. As long as you understand, score don't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, and you're only watching for a half anyway. Like this is the part of the preseason where it used to be the second and third game, you start to see some starters playing decent minutes. I guess we're just cramming it all now into the second game because that's all we've got, because we've reduced the preseason, thank God. But like you're just watching that segment of the game, like the first half, first quarter, second quarter, to see some starters for the teams that actually do start them.
Sure. But you also want to watch and see how your rookies do. You also want to see, okay, let's see how this guy fights for his job, or this guy here who is second or third string, who we may need to rely on at some point. It's, if you're a diehard fan, there's plenty to see. If you're a casual fan, Keon's absolutely right. Watch the starters till they're done, then turn off the damn, or just do something else while it's on in the background. That's what I like to do when my team's on. I'll watch kind of here and there, kind of half listen to it out of the corner of my ear. But yeah, this is not the time to make nachos. You know what I'm saying? This ain't nacho time. It ain't nacho time. You make nachos in the regular season. You don't make nachos for preseason. Do you?
I hope not. No. I mean, if I catch preseason on the TV when I'm out at a restaurant, that'll be the most nachos I have.
Well, that's accidental nachos.
Yeah.
You're already going to have nachos. You're not having nachos because preseason's on.
Correct.
It's the other way around. So, Randy, welcome back. Now, yesterday we established that this show's got guns. We all got guns.
Well, yeah.
All right, let's see it, Keon. There you go. Make a muscle. Go ahead. Make a muscle. Go ahead. Make a muscle. Let's see it. Make a muscle, Keon. Make a muscle. Whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready. Come on, flex. Make a muscle. Just waiting to
I
see
see
it.
what you're doing. Okay. All right.
That's what we used to do, freshmen. Yeah. Also used to do the freshmen is we'd take a freshman and say, hey, come here. And like at the weight room, like, all right, stand here in front of the mirror, put your arms behind your back. And they'd be like, why? Just trust me. It's all right. Okay. And they put their arms like this. Then one of us would come up behind him like this. This is what you look like with muscles. It was so dumb, but boy, they hated that. Yeah. Moist One says Frisco Fighters, they were named after Harvey Milk. Oh, that is not even true. And he wasn't much of a fighter, I'll tell you that. Ukla the Mock says your last name isn't Sanders, it's Keon, and you have a brother named Dion, right?
I can't confirm or deny.
Yeah. Ukla is just trying so hard.
Didn't we already do the fake Dion thing, the Leon Sandcastle bit?
Yeah. Ukla, why don't you sit this one out? Kiss the Cook says, that God, it's football. That's right. TGIF gonna sit in my hot tub, gonna watch some football and pound some Bartles and James because after the game, I want to be able to pee straight.
You're in your hot tub and you're pounding some Bartles and James watching the game?
That is some oddly specific weirdness and also a man card violation. And by the way, also a big fat lie. They don't even make Bartles and James anymore, do they?
I think they do, yeah.
Do they really?
Mm-hmm.
That swill is still out there?
No. Oh, yeah. Strawberry Boone's Farm, I think, is still out there.
And James, I'm looking. And
yeah.
Seriously. Oh my God, they still do.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, the first thing on Google says, is Bartles and James still made? So it's not just me. Oh no, it's not. Zima killed the wine cooler in 91, they said, or something. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I'm reading. Yeah, they don't make it anymore. You guys lying.
I think
to
they
me.
do. I think I saw it at one of those beverage stores. What do you, Bevmo or Wine Mo or whatever it's called? Yeah.
All right, I need some proof. Somebody don't buy it. But just show it to me if you see it out there.
Go into one of those stores and snap a quick pic and send it over to Jeffco.
Thank you for your support. So Barry Sanders has the COVID. That's right. But he's symptom free, so he says he feels fine. Everything's fine. But he's like, guys, seriously though, this is a good ad for vaccination because I'm vaccinated. That means I'm not going to get really seriously ill or die. And so that is a good poster child for that. And good idea. Justin Pugh, he's got another angle on this. Justin Pugh from the Arizona Cardinals, the offensive lineman, he popped positive for COVID. He's been vaccinated, and he says, listen, you know what? Because of the breakthrough cases, NFL, we need daily testing for vaccinated and non-vaccinated players. I was vaccinated, still got the COVID. Now, vaccinated players, well, they're only testing every 14 days. Well, that's not enough. Who knows how long I walked around the building with the COVID or whoever I got it from. So we need to fix this. And you know what? He's absolutely right. And it's probably a fair thing to do for the unvaccinated and the vaccinated, especially with the breakthrough cases. Let's just make sure everybody's safe, because the sooner you find it, the sooner you can get over that, the sooner you can get back to the business of playing the football and doing your job. So, I think that unless somebody's got a disagreement on this, daily testing for all these players is probably wise.
It is wise. It was just one of the things that the NFL wanted to do to incentivize guys into getting the vaccine, which is, well, if, we know tests are annoying. So if you get the vaccine, we'll test you less. And hopefully by doing that, you get the amount of vaccinated players higher. So then you would need less tests to begin with. But, obviously that didn't happen.
Yeah. So will the NFL listen? I don't know. Don't know. Kiss the Cook says Bartles and James. There's a website for it. Click. Now that just looks like it doesn't look like the original Bartles and James. That looks like some of that hard seltzer kind of stuff.
Well, I mean, they could have evolved a bit, but I know the Bartles and James. I've seen it in the beverage store.
No, you're
I've
right.
seen it in there. Yeah.
It has evolved.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a wine cooler anymore or just some sort of a seltzer, but oh brother. Moist One says, I love BJ's. Great get together drink. Love giving out BJ's to my guests.
Ooh.
Hey, Moist One, can we just not acronym that? Just say Bartles and James.
Phil, go back to sleep.
Or just B and J's. It's not BJ's so much. Okay, let's move on. So I'm still a little bit aggravated, and now I'm less aggravated, and now I'm sort of understanding, but still kind of aggravated. Here's what I'm talking about. Remember on Monday, we came back from preseason, and I said, well, this whole taunting thing, the NFL's going after taunting, or whatever. And so we had this third string rookie running back or whatever, made a really impressive run in that preseason game. He broke through the line, and then he carried like 5 or 6 guys with him. He did not go down, and it was a great play. So when he gets up, he's like that, like they do, like, he's celebrating a little bit. And he got flagged for taunting. First off, what is the penalty? What's the punishment for the taunting penalty?
Well, I think according to the new NFL rules, if you get flagged for taunting twice in a game, you are thrown out of the game.
Okay.
I don't know what the yardage is, if it's a 10-yard or 5-yard.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I'd like to see
it's so according to Yahoo Sports, it is 15 yards for the first offense, and then you're out of here for the second incident.
Yeah.
I think that is just sort of asinine. Now I went back and watched the tape after John Mara came out and says, "Oh, we're sick and tired of the taunting, and that's why we're going after it. I don't like the taunting." Well, you own the Giants, so you're probably getting taunted a lot. So I understand when your team sucks a lot, that you're going to get taunted and you get sick of it. Okay, fair enough, but. The NFL's taunting rules, now they've clarified. They said, listen, we're just looking for the in your face, and then somebody goes like, and Tyreek Hill's throwing up the deuce right there. That's kind of an in your face sort of thing. And when I went back and I saw the Colts running back, he jumped right up and went, and they turned and was like, I don't think he was meaning to in your face, but technically he was in his face.
If he powered through that and he made a great run, which he
was
did,
an amazing run,
and he got up in the end zone and he's walking towards the stands and he's flexing, I think that's one thing. But I think if he turns around and starts flexing on the other team, that's where they're going to draw the line.
To be fair, he jumped up and immediately where he was and just did that. He didn't turn to face the guy and do that. He just kind of got up and went, So you gotta allow for.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
I just think the NFL would have learned their lesson the first time around. Remember when they banned all the touchdown celebrations?
Yeah.
And then after years of us not having it, they realized, you know what? People actually like that. This is really fun. Yeah, let's go ahead and bring that back. And now we're gonna take this away. When making it to the NFL is really hard to do. If you gain 5 yards in the NFL, that's really hard to do, and quite frankly, worth celebrating. And you should be able to do it because you know what? The person that you are flexing on or taunting is another grown man, and they can stop you if they want you to not celebrate.
And we have Key and Peele to thank for some of those changes after the 3 pelvic thrust rule skit that they did. That was just one of the funniest damn things. King Kitten says, I like the way the sunlight shines on Keon's face right now. You can't close the blinds, can you?
They're
broken.
No, I was turning it like my life depended on it.
You gotta do this with your hands. You gotta just
brush
them with your hands.
Brush up against it with your hand, or
like
up or
Karate
down.
Kid. Wax
No, seriously,
on,
you should give it a try. You're gonna boil alive right there.
Well, then next break I'll do it.
You can just do it right now. There's nothing stopping you. I'm telling you to do it.
I can't quite reach, and I just want to be on top of everything.
Yeah, we've seen his guns. He's got these stubby little arms. I forgot. He's like a T-Rex in there. So
I don't think so.
How tall are you, Keon?
5'10".
We have yet to meet in person.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
No, I'm okay with it.
We've talked a lot, but we haven't met.
I'm okay with it. Good Cat says, poor Phil. Gone too soon.
Mm.
Cohen's kiddo says, "Can we call him Key and Peele?" No, you can't call him Keon Peele. We're not going to allow that.
And I'm one guy. I can't be both of them.
Yeah, you could be. You could be
if you had
schizophrenic.
multiple personalities.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's go, Sybil. What do you got?
Michael Key and Jordan Peele. I can't be them both.
You'd have to shave your head, or at least part of it, or half of it. I don't know, man. You work it out. It's not my problem. So we got to count on these referees to at least make sure you're right when you give somebody a 15-yard penalty for celebrating. And then, if celebrating is interpreted, it seems like a very subjective sort of thing. So they've got to get this right, to make sure we're not costing somebody a game because somebody's like, yeah, and they're like, oh, no, penalty, oh, that's taunting. Like, no, wait, what?
Well, I mean, my question would be, what are they going to do when Cam Newton gets into the end zone and he rips open his shirt? Is that taunting?
It's a
Are
good
they gonna
question.
Flag him for that?
Is it a matter of what direction does he point that at? I mean,
exactly.
It's getting silly.
Or if all the wide receivers come in after a guy makes an amazing catch in the end zone and they all have this choreographed dance, is that going to be taunting? I mean, there needs to be a definition. I mean, if you're in another man's face or he's on the ground and you're standing over him, okay, to me, that's taunting.
Well, so far, the NFL is saying as long as you're not directing that at somebody, celebrating's fine. Just don't be directing it. And I go back to that Colts player. I don't feel like he was directing it at him, but it was in front of him. So they better get this right. And listen, these refs get stuff wrong. Joe Tryon, he hit the quarterback nicely. He took down Brandon Allen in the preseason game, and he got called on a penalty, but it was a fair hit. There was no helmet contact really, and it was a good sack, but they gave him roughing the passer. And then as he got up, he hears the ref. He goes, and he goes, you know what? That was actually a good play on roughing the passer. And Tryon says, wait, I didn't mean to hit him like that. And Ellison's like, yeah, I know. He said, I think we screwed up on that. The ref said, yeah, I know. I think we may have screwed up. So right there, hey, nice that you're being honest. And it's only preseason, but now we got to trust him for this taunting thing. There's going to be some frustrating moments. There's going to be some games lost on this nonsense. You watch. People are going to, it happens every year, doesn't it? I guess it does. All right.
If it's not taunting this year, it'd be the catch. What is a catch? Yeah.
Still
Back
don't
to
know.
that business again. Right.
Still not sure. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Are you looking for a rewarding new career? Join the United States Postal Service and apply for roles nationwide. Serve your community with pride and receive benefits, including competitive pay and opportunities for advancement. Whether you're looking for full-time, part-time, or seasonal positions, we have options that may be perfect for you. The United States Postal Service is an equal opportunity employer. Apply now at USPS.com/careers.
Everybody, Mark Asher, back to tell you about my friends at Valley Medical Weight Loss. I love this company. I've used them. I have friends that have used them. A ton of weight has been lost in a quick amount of time, and the right way. That's the important part. Look, they have 3 Valley locations, Tempe, Glendale, and Phoenix. So one is close to you, and they've been doing this for well over a decade. And right now, you can get your first week, $31.95, absolutely free. Just mention Money Radio or mention The Fanatic, and it is on them. 602-441-3305 or valleymedicalweightloss.com.
Bruce and Dale here. Remember, football is starting soon, and your exclusive home for the NFL and Super Bowl 56, The Fanatic, wants to make your business a part of the act.
Advertise your business on all the primetime NFL games during the regular season.
Your custom-produced radio commercial will air 2, even 3 times in every game.
Plus, your business is branded during dozens of weekly NFL promos on the station, stream, app, and website.
And you'll get commercials read live during our morning and afternoon drive shows.
Plus, get 5 extra daily spots throughout the week and matching spots on our live stream website and on the 1580 The Fanatic Sports app.
You can even lock your competition out of this offer with our category exclusive option plan.
All this for our best deal ever.
Go to 1580thefanatic.com for all the info and details.
Don't get a delay of game penalty.
Go to 1580thefanatic.com and get in the game today.
Hi, this is Bruce Jacobs from my friends and former employers at Pro Copy. For over 20 years, Pro Copy has provided Arizona companies with the best office equipment available from companies like Ricoh. More importantly, they provide outstanding service after the sale with a 96% retention ratio and award-winning technicians. 3 years ago, they joined the Flex Technologies Group, an Arizona-based nationwide group of companies that share Pro Copy's commitment to excellence. So if you have branches anywhere in the United States or just here in Arizona, you can get great personalized service even during the current climate. We use them here at the Fanatic and Money Radio KFNN, and they never disappoint because they remain a local company. They give back to our community by supporting ASU and the Thunderbirds through the Phoenix Open. The Pro Copy Foundations has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars. That makes doing business with Pro Copy good for your business. Just give them a call at 602 Pro Copy. That's 602-776-2679.
Before becoming a professional announcer, I took the announcer oath, which forbids me from misleading listeners.
Just wrap your heads around the reality of that.
That means I speak the truth when I say you can listen to us on your smart speaker. Just say, listen to 1580 The Fanatic.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. Be sure to sign up for the Harmon Solar NFL Fan Pick'em contest. Go to 1580thefanatic.com, click on the link, and then it'll open up another page that gives you all the instructions and tells you where to go, what to do, got the password, got the pool number, got all the info. Just go to 1580thefanatic.com. You want to do this because you got a chance to win $1,580 for first place. You got $500 possibility for second place. All of that brought to you by our pals at Harmon Solar. And we will say it again. If you want to be a part of the Daily Blender Fantasy Football Fun, we have so many leagues, and we got a place for you in any one of these leagues, and you'll be playing with your fellow super fans. And I noticed something that has been happening is people have been sneaking in family members. What happened is, and it caused a little bit of a consternation in some of our leagues where I would go and I'd send the invites, and then I get an email. Somebody says, "Who says the league is full?" I'm like, "Well, I guess you snooze, you lose." And I put them in another league, and then I go back to that other league, and I'm like, wait a second, who's this person here? What's this going on here? So I actually put that on League 8. I said, "Hey guys, I know how many people I've invited here, but there's more people." And there's one dude's like, "Oh yeah, that one, I brought my daughter." Okay, well, we didn't say bring everybody you know, but I'm like, "Oh, that's cool, I guess." Right. That's cool. I mean, we can't do that in any other league now because they're all full. But in future leagues, I don't mind you're bringing somebody else. Just let me know so I know that I don't over invite for that league. And then people are like, "I don't understand. I can't get in. What the hell's going on around here?" Well, that's what the hell's going on around here. People are, it's like the movie theater. So they're sneaking in a +1 and we didn't know it. So, but that's, listen, I don't mind. I don't like displacing some of the other players, but that's why I just kind of like to know about it, or just say, "Hey, do you mind if I bring this person in?" All are welcome here. I promised you guys this before with the Daily Blender Fantasy Football Leagues. We will find everybody a place and everybody will get to play. There's a league for plenty of leagues to put people in. And by the way, if you win your league, $100, and we're still doing the Golden Blender for the Premier League. And I still owe Moist One and Boogie a Golden Blender. By the way, Keon, you when you won the fantasy football, you said the one time in your life, did you get a trophy?
I did not get a trophy. It was just a league I was in with some friends of mine, and it was college. None of us could afford a trophy, so we had
not even something like you couldn't put some beer cans together and make a trophy.
I suppose we could have, but I lorded it over them for a solid year, so that's better than a trophy.
True, and that's probably why you got nothing. So that's fine.
And I can live with that.
Yeah, absolutely. The fact that you can rub people's nose in it. Boogie rubbed our nose in it for a year, and then of course he fell out of the Premier League. So we rubbed his nose in that, and then he lost that bet to me. And hey, by the way, today is Friday. Looking forward to see the the latest picture. Now, you know about this, right, Keon? That Boogie lost a bet to me at the end of the season. So for like 35 weeks, he has every Friday had to put on a Jeffrey O'Brien is better than me at everything t-shirt. And then he has to go out in public and take a picture of himself and post it on social media. And these pictures have been epic, so much so we're going to make a calendar. We're going to make a Boogie calendar and sell it for charity. And I actually ran one of his epic photos through a process to see how that calendar would look. And I got to tell you, it's going to be an epic calendar. And for fun, we'll also populate some of the days with interesting days, like our birthdays and other maybe some Boogie-isms and other things. So this calendar is going to be awesome, and I'm going to try to make sure that it is absolutely ready for sale. It makes a great Christmas present. We'll get it ready by the time the holidays come around. So, all right. Anyways, if you want to be in our fantasy football, there is still time. Blender at 1580thefanatic.com. That is the email address. All right, people are talking about the haunting rules by the NFL. Let's cover that real fast. Let's see here. Okay. Again, guys, I'm just going to ask you one more time. If you're going to say Bartles and James, put the "and" in on the acronym. Kiss the Cook says, BJ's in a hot tub. Already had 2, but after 4, I'm done. Wow. Good Cat says, there's too many crybaby millennials getting their feelings hurt while being flexed on. Bunch of damn snowflakes out there.
Yeah. My only problem with that is it's not a millennial that complained about it. It was the owner of the New York Football Giants.
Yeah.
He's not a millennial.
Is he 70? Is he 69? Something like that? 70?
He's tired of his sucky team sucking.
I've said the magic number, and now here come the tests.
What have you done? Number one Rattlers fan says, end of regular season for Rattlers, number 1 versus number 2. My prediction, Rattlers will win 41-36.
You've been calling them well. Yeah,
that's amazing because number 1 Rattlers fan usually predicts an absolute curb stomp. So to say that it'll be that close a game, that means this is going to be a good one. This is going to be a tough one. So if you're out driving around on Saturday, be sure to tune in to 1580 Fanatic and hear the broadcasts. Those arena football games are always so much fun. Just high-powered offense, but then I've heard rumors that the defense is even getting in on it, and getting better.
Yeah.
So
the defense has a lot of fun. It is. Have you ever been to an arena game, Jeff?
I've watched. Actually, no. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. I've been to a Rattlers game. I forgot.
I would equate it as a sort of like a really short hockey arena. And guys just out there just pounding on each other. It is so much fun. It is high energy.
It's fast.
Oh, yeah. I did a lot of TV work before I came to the Blender, and we used to do those games all the time. Oh, my God. You'd be sweating just because of all the activity that's going on in there.
Oh, yeah. Fast-paced, hard-hitting.
Excitement. Oh, yeah. And the fans get into it, man. They get into it.
If you want to go, we could send you. I don't know.
It sounds fun.
Indoor football, you'd love it. I'm telling you.
I'll check and see if we got any tickets we can give you. We keep forgetting to give away Rattler tickets on the show because, Chief keeps forgetting to remind me. Somebody needs to remind me. So, Keon, now it's your job every week to remind me to see if we're going to give away Rattlers tickets.
Welcome to the show, Keon.
There you go.
Yeah, okay. So here's some of the things you're going to have to do. One, keep track of all the bets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Know everything about sports, so I can just ask you a question. You automatically know it.
Yep.
What else is there, Randy? What else do we?
There's the general secretary duties. Make sure that you remind me of this. Send me an email on that. Secretarial.
No, it's not secretary duties.
I'm sorry, administrative assistant. We don't say secretary.
It's not administrating assistant. It's
you
just occasionally
administrative.
Oh, I couldn't hear you there. Every now and then, this is something that Phil probably told you. That as we're going off air, there's something happening and be like, send me an email. Just remind me that.
Yeah.
It says, check this, do that. Because my email is my to-do list. That's all. And so that's as far as it goes. You won't have to pick up dry cleaning or file any papers.
There is Miniskirt Tuesday. Did Phil tell you about that?
No, we're never doing that ever, ever, male or female.
Did Phil tell you that?
I was not told that by Phil.
Phil's going to tell you a lot of things that have to do with dress code. All of them are lies. The only you talk to me about those things, okay? Rattlers fan says, take a guess as to what year fantasy football started to not Google is Blale in their feeling journaments like dumb. What the hell did that even mean? Randy, you're pretty good at yeah, that's what that means. Usually Randy's pretty good at interpreting. I'm going to read that again. Take a guess as to what year fantasy football started. Do not Google is Blale in their fleeing journaments like dumb.
Take a guess at what year fantasy football started.
1968.
Do not Google it. Period.
I'm going to guess 1968. A bunch of guys with 3x5 cards in a hotel lobby.
And then I don't know what the I think the last part of it was get me an ice cold ale. So I have a feeling
Well, can we look up the answer? You're going to tell us, number one Rattlers fan.
No, he's got to tell us. He's the one who presented the question. I mean, the rules are.
From that last text, though, I would imagine he's already doing a keg stand.
So he also said, do not Google it. So we are not under obligation to look up the answer. He must supply us the answer.
Well, if he's too drunk, we may never know the answer, but I'm pretty sure it's 1968. That's my guess.
Okay. All right.
Senior Wake and Bake says, so Phil took my advice, huh? You think they'll start him on the deep fryer or? Come on now, Senior Wake and Bake. He works for Sirius XM. And he's on the real channel and everything. So, King of Kittens says at least 2 Cardinals coaches on the staff have been placed in the quarantine list for COVID. Well, probably because of what Pugh was talking about there.
Yeah. Oh, goody.
And he also says, hey, Keon, what's the thermostat set at over at your shoulder? I think he means at your house. I
was like over my shoulder. I was like, is there one behind me?
There is none. No,
I'm not.
It's in another room. Did he? By the way, did Phil show you where the thermostat was? He's going to have to show you that.
Yeah,
I have not been shown that, but I'll assume we'll get there.
Yeah, I think they're referring to the picture of our radio console that is over his shoulder. That it looks sort of like
it does look like it could be a thermostat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because that right there over your shoulder. That's how you set the board if there's a Rattlers game.
Yes.
Just so you know, in case you need that. Just saying. You shouldn't need it, though. Happy now? Killer Rabbit says, I think we might need Mellow Ball to translate number one Rattler fans' text message because
after yesterday.
Chamoy says, no wonder Sirius XM is going under. God. Kiss the Cook says, WTF statement of the day. Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick. No, not that Dan Patrick. Blames their latest surge of COVID on Black people not being vaccinated.
What?
Can't call him a dick because even that's part of a real man. So basically, are you serious? So the Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick is saying specifically blaming Black people for not getting vaccinated on the surge. How about you're a bunch of dumb mouth breathing rednecks who are afraid of science and you don't get vaccinated, period. Don't go blaming Black people. That's a horrible thing. Oh God. You know what? We should let Texas just go. Can we just let Texas go?
Well, they keep threatening to go. I think one day you just say, they're going to go, oh, we'll secede. And then just let them,
That is amazingly horrible. How does he expect to get away with that? Did he say that specifically, or are you paraphrasing? Kiss the Cook, if I'm not mistaken, also African American. Or did he really say that? I mean, seriously, straight up said that?
I'm gonna have to read that later. That just sounds.
Wow. I'm
it
looking
sounds
it up.
very Texas, doesn't it?
I don't see anything on here on that. So
just a tip. Just a tip says on day one, Keon figures out how to lower the blinds. There might be something to this new guy. He finally get it. T-Bone says, I'll be there to watch the Rattlers in person. I can't wait. Good for you, man. Moist One says, Phil probably thought Sirius XM was a Harry Potter musical. Boogie says, the calendar. Yay. Come on, man. It's going to be epic. Where's today's picture? We're waiting on it. Ukla the Mock says, poop emoji. So guess what, Radio Pal? If you run over a dog poo like 10 times with the old lawnmower, it pretty much picks it up. Everybody knows that. You just really want to try to make sure it's dried first. It don't go well if it's wet. Just saying. Thanks for that thoughtful insight. Appreciate it. Well, I haven't even got to talk about NFL quarterbacks yet. Is the show over? Oh,
no,
man.
One more hour.
All right, guys, that's it for us. We will see you on Monday at 3 p.m.
We have one more hour, Jeffrey. One more to go.
I was trying to get us out of here early.
Oh, son.
All right. One more hour. Way to go, Randy. It's Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Are you looking for a rewarding new career? Join the United States Postal Service and apply for roles nationwide. Serve your community with pride and receive benefits, including competitive pay and opportunities for advancement. Whether you're looking for full-time, part-time, or seasonal positions, we have options that may be perfect for you. The United States Postal Service is an equal opportunity employer. Apply now at usps.com/careers.
Contractors need bonds, and the professionals at Constructors Bonding have been Arizona's leading surety management team for 40 years. We don't just deliver bonds, we make your bonding better. As the #1 producer with 14 markets, Constructors Bonding has the relationships and expertise to get you better capacity, better rates, and better terms. For better bonding, call Dave McKee at Constructors Bonding at 602-432-5929. That's 602-432-5929. Or visit cbialliance.com.
Football is starting soon, and your exclusive home for the NFL and Super Bowl 56, The Fanatic, wants to make your business a part of the action. Advertise your business on all the primetime NFL games, Monday, Thursday, and Sunday during the regular season. Here's the game plan. Your custom-produced radio commercial will air 2, even 3 times in every game. Plus, your business is branded during dozens of weekly NFL promos on the station, stream, app, and website. And you'll get commercial reads live during our morning and afternoon drive shows each week promoting your business. Don't forget about special teams. Your business gets 5 extra daily spots throughout the week and matching spots on our live stream website and on the 1580 The Fanatic Sports app. Plus, you can play defense against your competition and lock them out with our category exclusive option play. All this for the best deal ever. Now, even your small business can play with the pros. Go to 1580thefanatic.com for all the info and details. Is your business ready for football season? Go to 1580thefanatic.com and get in the game today.
Hey guys, it's Stephen McCollum from the main event here on 1580 The Fanatic. Coming up on Monday at 1 p.m., Cardinals preseason game 2 is over. Let's look back at the game and how the starters looked. Let's go around the NFL, check injuries, and how the rookie quarterbacks looked again. Pac-12 looking at alliances. I'll get you updated. Let's look at Major League Baseball standings, that they have changed and tightened up. So join me, Stephen McCollum, on the main event. Monday, 1 p.m. on 1580, 99.3 FM, The Fanatic.
Hey there, you low interest rate mortgage lovers. If you have great credit and are good with your money, I guarantee you're in the wrong loan. Maybe it's time to learn what thousands in the Valley have already figured out. On a Life Changer loan, you can pay off your mortgage in under 5 years without changing one dime of your spending habit. Plus, your monthly payments are cheaper than what you pay now. It's not magic, it's just math. So check us out at lifechangerloan.com. That's lifechangerloan.com.
Arizona Mortgage Broker number MB1002031, NMLS number 1863775. Life Changer Loan Corp is an equal housing lender.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
Quiet, people, settle down. Because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, buddy, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Bill in there in the control room. I'm sorry, we have Keon in the control room. Bill is sitting at a microphone somewhere else. And, well, I'll get you. Don't worry, Keon. I'll get your name right. We're broadcasting live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580. That is a little bit like shouting out the wrong name at the wrong time, isn't it? I just called Keon Phil already.
Yeah. Yeah,
sorry, Keon. I apologize.
I think Keon is able to and mature enough to handle, a slip up like that.
No, he looks pretty upset. He looks like he's gonna.
Yeah,
Are you gonna cry? Are you gonna cry?
No, I
you
think
gonna cry? See a little tear right in your eye. Gonna
think,
cry? Gonna cry? Cry,
I think
baby?
I'll make it.
Cry, baby. Gonna cry? Huh? You need a tissue? You want to go home? Want to go home to mama? Is that what you want to do? Cry, baby.
Well,
Cry, baby?
I can't because I drove several thousand miles out here. I think I'm going to make it work.
All right. Well, he's solid. I thought maybe I could at least get one of those. No, I'm gonna cry. You're gonna cry. Yeah.
In the infamous words of one Dale Hellestrate, it's been a long time since I've hit a grown man.
Yeah.
That's the kind of look I saw on Keon's face.
Keon don't know where I live. I'm good for now. So just the tip has just come back and said we had said this in the last hour about how the governor of Texas has said, well,
Lieutenant Governor.
The reason for all the COVID cases in Texas is because the black people won't get vaccinated. Really, percentage wise, really, and that's just kind of a horrible thing to say. And just the tip confirms it. It says, yep, he said it. He's a total douche nozzle. Not the first completely asinine thing he said and done. He started his career in radio and TV broadcasting, changed his given name Danny Scott Goob to Dan Patrick. If he's not out of office tomorrow, I would be shocked. Yeah, that sounds like a guy who should never be in front of a microphone again. What a dick. Boogie says, just driving around with my cursed shirt. Give me 20 minutes, would you? He sends a picture. He's got it hanging over in the passenger side of his car. Could you turn that so people could see it out the window? Could you just turn that? Yeah. Last Optimist says, hope no one was trying to get to the game tonight. The digital ticket system has crashed.
Oh, boy.
Ooh,
that's
no
good.
wonder. When Papa Mike sent me a picture, he's in the stadium and he says, yeah, look, I made it. And it's a great picture, by the way. They're all stretching out, getting ready, and there's not a lot of people in there. So that might be why there's not a lot of people in there. So not good. Remember the old days? You used to have a piece of paper, had the numbers on it. You just walk in and good times. Thanks for the heads up on that, Last Optimist. Random Texter says, the best thing happening today on your show is asking the third member of the fourth dimension a question and not getting a novel for an answer, but an actual quick, succinct, actual answer. Isn't Phil on a microphone right now?
Yeah.
He's struggling to get on one.
Why is he struggling? Is it because you don't know what button to push, or
no?
Don't put him on mic 1. Put him on mic 2. Mic 1 is the Bruce Jacobs mic. That's got food and
he's
crust
braving
on
it. He's braving it. He's going there.
Jesus, Phil, do you have a death wish? Why are you on mic 1?
Oh, here he comes.
No, he doesn't.
There he is.
Oh, he's focused on the camera more than just turning on a damn microphone. That's what it is. Typical Phil. And I'll change your name so you're not Sean Gantwinker. Hold on. There you go. Can you if you're gonna be on the camera, could you just tilt it down a little bit? Say, you've been great at helping the show, Phil, but you've been horrible about the camera. It's like day one. Even day one, Keon is just perfect in. I mean, of course, we got to tilt the camera to one side because he's over on the side. At least he's fine. You, however, still horrible.
That's his calling card.
Is his mic on or what?
I've got him on, right? Well,
yeah,
mic 1.
That's mic 1, not you, Mike. His mic.
Yeah, it's mic 1. I have
is 1 and 2 activated on the top there.
Yeah.
Above mic 1.
Yes.
Phil's coming in to rescue.
Promise. He's looking at the board from beyond the glass.
Anticlimactic, isn't it?
Look, 1 and 2 are on. Mic 1 is on.
How about now?
Yeah. What did he do wrong, Phil? What did he have wrong?
It actually was me, if I'm being fair.
Phil. He didn't have. Bruce likes to turn off that talk switch in there. That switch in there.
We can blame Bruce Jacobs because there is Bruce Jacobs is always worried he's going to get caught on mic saying something. And I told him, I was actually on the phone with him. And I said, Bruce, why are you worried about somebody hearing something you say off air? You should be worried more about what they hear you say on air. I mean, anyway, all right. So there's Phil. Now, if you haven't heard, Keon is now running the show. And,
is he?
Well, in training. And Phil is, he's always been temporary. And not because us, we've been happy to have kept him around, but he when he joined us, he already had a job somewhere else, and well, now it's time for him to head on over to it. He works for Sirius XM on the fantasy sports channel. Which one is that, Phil?
Yeah, Fantasy Sports Channel, channel 87.
All right. So now you're a behind the scenes guy,
yes,
or they heard you on this show and said, "Hell no, he gets no microphone."
It was a bit of both.
Yeah,
a bit of both. I said, "Hey guys, I've got a floppy disk here," and they said, "Why are you handing us a wet disk that is a CD? Yeah. We are Sirius XM. We are above this," and they just didn't go for it. So we'll see how it goes.
Shocked you had another sentence beyond that one to get to stay. So all right. So again. Here's the thing. Phil is not fired. I want to make sure everybody knows that. There have been temptations. There have been moments. But in general, Phil has done us a huge favor by being with us for almost a year and helping us out. So, Phil, I'm always going to be very grateful for you for that. And you've done a spectacular job.
Well, for a moment of sincerity, if we're going to be having that, I appreciate and love the hell out of you guys. You guys are the best part about being here, doing this job day in, day out. And of course, that trickles down to the fourth dimension. I love you guys as well. I know except for Ookla. No, just kidding. I kid. I know it's all coming from a good place, and I appreciate it.
Is it?
Mostly, I think. Mostly, I would hope. But guys, even in my absence, just know that I'll still always be here. I'll be that little moist spot underneath your armpit. Ooh. I'll be that wedgie that you have to pick in between your thighs. I'll be the anchor beneath your boat. That's what I will be.
Thanks for not making it weird, Phil. That's perfect. Yeah. So Phil will also remotely be able to fill in every now and then, and we might mess with him occasionally for I don't know why. Somebody was asking if you wanted to become our new fantasy football expert.
Well, I know you guys got Russ Bliss, but if you guys need fantasy advice, certainly I've got a Schlode in there. A metric Schlode.
Well, we didn't mean you. Maybe somebody else you know.
Yeah,
maybe fantasy
somebody that
channel.
actually talks on the radio.
Yeah.
Well,
because we can't spend an entire segment on one question. That's all I'm saying.
Yes. Let me tell you about Eric Ebron. Eric Ebron is a finesse athlete with tremendous lower body strength. It's got great thrust power.
I'm already getting drowsy. Wow. Thanks. He's either going to make it weird or he's going to give you a 3.5 hour dissertation.
Don't get me started on Kyle Pitts.
Exactly. Now, by the way, it turns out there was worry he wasn't going to be what everybody thought he would be. But now they're saying, no, he's going to be exactly what we thought he would be. And then that's a guy maybe you might want to think about in your fantasy football, maybe. I mean, is he going to start? He'll start.
Yes.
He'll absolutely
Day
start.
one starter. There's no, the only thing that stops that is injuries.
Right. So, is that guy one of the few rookies you actually want to pick up? And then I guess here's the second part of the question. Are there many rookies out there that you'd actually want to pick up?
It depends on how in our format, in our league format, there's
we're doing PPR.
Yeah, well, there is PPR, but I'm saying more in a smaller league. The only other one that I was really considering off the bat was Trevor Lawrence. Depending on how deep your league is, if you're going like 14 deep, you might be able to play him.
You're insane if you take him as a first quarterback. That's a number 2.
No, because if you're thinking about going throughout the entire draft without drafting a quarterback at all, which is a strategy that has worked in the past, you can't do that with running backs, but you can do that with quarterbacks. If that's your strategy, Trevor Lawrence has high upside. You'll be able to get him late. There's a possibility. We saw that with Joe Burrow while he was on the field. Of course, Justin Herbert last year, rookie quarterbacks can outperform their ADP, their average draft position on where you get.
I had Herbert. He did be well.
Absolutely. He drove a lot of people to their fantasy championships. Statistics show that a lot of the championship players, not maybe winners, but a lot of the Yeah, right. You managed to do the opposite. You managed to find a way to lose with the Alvin Kamara six touchdown.
I found a way to win. Everybody else just had the game of their life every time they played me. It wasn't my fault. I should have won. It's all right. It's all right.
That's all right. That's all right. But Kyle Pitts is easily and above the rest, at least from the offensive standpoint, is going to be the best player in this draft. You go with the talent. The guy is just tremendously talented, and especially in a PPR format where he might be a cheat code. He might be the Taysom Hill of last year, where they played him as a quarterback, so you got all of his points as a tight end. This will be the same thing. They might line him up at wide receiver, and he'll get wide receiver snaps from the tight end position. Did you see how I ended it the moment he left?
Wow. Okay, I thought I had time.
No.
I
was going to go downstairs.
The beginning of your dissertation, he was like, I can get a glass of milk right now.
Papa Mike just sent another photo, so I guess more people have found their way into the stadium. So I guess that indicates that they got their little ticket issue there. Deflated Balls says, I was going to say something nice, then I heard Phil talk again. So, but I will say good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hefty Lefty says, gonna miss you, Phil. It was nice having another fellow Bronco fan on to share in the current misery. I'll never call you a fellow Laker fan, though, you turncoat son of a bitch. Let's see here. Boogie now has the photo. Oh, look at him. See up. This year, I refuse to take any Denver Bronco, not on principle, just because they suck. By the way, it's going to be funny because now that Phil's not going to be on the show, and it's Keon. Well, now I have no reason to bash the Broncos anymore. So
kind of feels weird, doesn't it?
Yeah. My son is a Bronco fan. I never had an issue with the Broncos. It was just fun making fun of them because it hurt Phil.
Hey, Keon, beware of your Washington football team cheerleaders. They will come after them.
Okay.
This horde of
that's a good question. Do you have good looking cheerleaders there, Keon, on the Washington squad?
We don't have any cheerleaders because of the last scandal that the team can't have cheerleaders. We're not allowed to.
Right. You guys had good looking cheerleaders. That shows you how much better looking the Washington cheerleaders were than the Broncos cheerleaders.
At least we have them.
Oh, that's funny. Chief Skulls Burner says, wait, what? Did I miss something? Phil's leaving the show and making room for real talent?
Oh,
God. Kiss the Cook says, Phil will always be the cheese in my Speedo. Good luck in your new position, Phil.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And I'm glad I have a soft spot in your tenderest of spots.
And he goes on to say, constant camera angle problems. That wasn't a problem because Phil doesn't have a good side. So he has a definite face for podcast.
Yeah.
Let's see. Just the Tip says, I was pretty sure when other people quit. Okay. I can't read some of this. Hold on. Not because the screen kept moving. Where is it? It says, now Phil got fired. Speedos are breathing a sigh of relief everywhere. Honestly, I'll miss you, Phil. But my aim is getting better, so be careful.
Thank you.
Hefty Lefty says, that combo under the bleachers, that's how you get pink eye, by the way.
Yeah.
Moist One says, why do you fill me up?
Fill me up.
Buttercup, baby. I'm not singing this anymore. Randy Chuckle says, Phil, gone too soon.
Yes.
Is he? Miss Pringle says, quick 3 and out for the Cardinals. So when does that air raid happen? Is that going to happen the next?
We're not going to show you anything.
He does say Cardinals rookie wide receiver Rondale Moore, 5'7", but he's still taller than Kyler Murray.
There's your whistle.
What are you talking? Why would he's there? He's watching.
There's your whistle.
He has a viewpoint. I
Moving
think
right along.
You have to at least allow.
We don't need to talk about this anymore.
Truth hurts. Is that what this is? Truth hurts.
You want a whistle?
Me?
I'll give you one.
But I don't need a whistle. I didn't do nothing wrong.
Yeah.
I don't think he did either.
Antagonizing the host.
You want some taunting?
Oh, there it is. There you go. There you go. You got your whistle.
King of Kenton says, as a kid, we had HBO, Showtime, the movie channel, some late night Skinamax, and the Playboy channel. You had all that at your house? We had to watch it through those wavy lines.
It was the hotels for me. No, you guys go on ahead. Enjoy the vacation. I'll stay back. Don't know what I'm doing.
Heavy Metal Maniac says, good luck, Phil, on your new endeavor. And, maybe shut the hell up, Phil, you turncoat. Good luck. Wow, there's a lot of mixed messages in there.
Thank you.
King Kittens, thank you. Chief Skulls Burner says, is Keon moving to the great state of Arizona? He's here. He's right now in the control room. He's actually pushing the buttons to certain levels of competency so far. But
so, Keon, whenever you move here, whenever that may be, are you going to have a heat stroke?
He's already.
I have already moved here.
Don't think he's planning a heat stroke, Phil.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it just always happens.
I think you just want to say the word stroke. I know you. He says the Washington I have an identity crisis football team. Well, good luck, Phil. Where you go, I won't follow.
That's the difference between us.
Now, Keon, you had mentioned to me on the phone there that you were having issues with your air conditioning at your place. Did you get that all sorted out?
I did get it sorted out.
Where are you keeping the AC now?
It's at 77.
77. Wow. And you're comfortable at 77?
Yeah. Well,
I'm not. I mean, I'm comfortable enough. Yeah. I mean,
Well, where do you want it? Because I mean, every degree it's more expensive. Yeah, because electricity costs. But where do you want to put it?
I mean, like between 70 and 75 is probably good, but I'm being stingy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see how long that lasts. Next week will be a pretty good test because it's going to get to 110. Yankees Evil Empire says, "Yep, Broncos suck. So shut the hell up, Phil." Guess Yankees.
So
Evil
much
Empire.
love on this final hour of the show.
I'm overcome.
Just Tip says, I've done my best to come up with an original Kyler Murray joke. Well, so far I'm coming up with squat. See, there's no flag there because that's exactly what he typed. So,
Did you hear me blow a whistle here?
Well, you are a little bit itchy trigger finger on that.
No, I'm a very fair-minded referee. Very fair-minded indeed.
I think he was trying to draw Randy off sides.
Yep.
Little dummy count.
Yeah,
he's been off sides quite a bit. Cabana says, I heard Phil's moving to Dover. Wait, or was it Bend, Oregon? No, it's Bend over somewhere. Yeah, that's right. He's moved. Good luck, Phil, and even better luck for us, says Cabana. Hefty Lefty says, where are you living, Keon? Don't answer that. Don't tell people where you live. Don't tell them the area where you live. I made a mistake. I actually said that I live over here in Queen Creek. Luckily, it's so far away and such a redneck laden place. Nobody's going to come here looking for me. So I'm just hiding out here. It's almost like I know I'm protected by all the redneckery out here. But don't tell anyone anything, Keon. Trust me on this. This ain't small town radio.
Good to know.
Hey, you know what? I think it's time to talk some NFL quarterback. Oh, damn it. Yeah, I see. It's time. When we come back, can we please talk NFL quarterbacks?
We can try.
Man, these long pauses. You people stink at these long pauses. Phil's staring at the screen. Keon doesn't know if he should talk or not. Randy's screwing with me. Can't believe it's actually the 5 o'clock hour on this show.
Can you believe it?
Radio Ron hates when I do this.
I can't imagine why. I'm out of ideas on that one.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Hit the button, Keon!
For the 5:30 pickup. Cam's Courier Service's newest hire delivered his resignation.
Hey, Ray, who's handling
She now needs next day shipping on a new driver.
all these boxes here? Are they ingoing or are they outgoing?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast. I need Indeed. Indeed you do. With Indeed Instant Match, we immediately show you quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Contractors, listen up. This is Bruce Jacobs. Are you missing out on jobs due to lack of bonding? When your current bonding holds you back, call Arizona's #1 bond managers at Constructors Bonding. They have the market relationships and expertise to take you where you want to go, serving all types of contractors of any size and license in all states. When you need better bonding, call Dave McKee at Constructors Bonding, 602-432-5929, or visit cbialliance.com.
This is Aaron Warby, host of the Bulls and the Bears Radio Hour. In the show, we try to teach the tools, rules, and strategies that traders and investors need to do better with their wealth and portfolio income. But most of the time, an hour is just not long enough. At Online Trading Academy, we believe that the average person should be given the tools, rules, and strategies that Wall Street's elites have been using for years to outperform others. Are you one of the millions that have recently established a trading account? Or have you always wanted to trade or take a more active role in guarding and growing your own wealth, but have not had the know-how or confidence? We want to invite you out to a complimentary 3-hour power trading and investing workshop, where you'll learn what it is that the professionals use to limit their risks and maximize their possible gains in both trading and investing. To register, call 8448-TRADER. That's 844-887-2337, or text the word stocks to 25029. Again, that's stocks to 25029. Reserve your seat now.
Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. And listen, we've all been hearing about Valley Medical Weight Loss for quite some time now. We've been hearing about how easy they make it to lose weight and keep it off. And we've been hearing about how convenient it is to visit one of their 3 Valley locations. And we've heard these other guys on the radio station here have success. Yeah, I've heard about it too. So I've joined in and I've already lost 6 pounds in just a couple of weeks. I am so glad I gave Valley Medical Weight Loss a try, and you will be too. Check them out at valleymedicalweightloss.com. And remember, mention Fanatic and you'll get your first week free.
It's time again for the Harman Solar 1580, the Fanatic NFL Pick'em Contest. Set your picks each week to see if you are this year's Cascade picker. Sign up at 1580thefanatic.com. Play against the Fanatic air staff and all the listeners. You can score the grand prize of $1,580 or the second place prize of $500. Provided by our friends at Harman Solar. Sign up today at 1580thefanatic.com. The Harman Solar 1580, the Fanatic NFL Fan Pick'em Contest. Exclusively from your home for the NFL and Super Bowl 56 in Arizona.
Daily Blender here on 1580, the Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. So the cat is out of the bag. Phil is moving on to work full-time for Sirius XM in Washington, D.C. He's going to be around, though, for a little bit. He's not immediately heading out, and we'll still bring Phil back for fill-in and I don't know what other crazy stuff. So he'll still be a member of the Daily Blender family, and he's still playing in League 5, which, by the way, seems to be a bonkers league in the Daily Blender fantasy football leagues and stuff. So Phil, now that it's out, now you and I have known this day was coming from day one, but now that it's out in the open, does it feel weird? Does it feel strange?
It does. It does. It's unique feeling knowing that I'll be around the building when you do or do not know, and that I'll be oiling things as needed, but not being actually
today
on the
is
show.
Phil's last day, and let's go ahead and Keon, make sure you get Phil's key. and listen, I'm not saying you have to, but if you want to, rough him up in the parking lot.
I too would enjoy that.
I don't think that's going to be necessary.
Right. So that's the part where it immediately becomes less attractive.
In the short time that I have known Phil, his ability to make anything weird means that even me trying to beat him up would be more fun for him. No, thank you. Don't want it.
You know what he has threatened to do, right? If anybody tries to fight him, it's to strip naked and immediately oil himself. And
now this may be both my weirdest thing, but truest form of defense, because nobody wants to beat up on the naked guy.
Yeah, that's true.
I'd kick a naked guy.
No, you wouldn't.
I think I could kick a naked guy.
Well,
I don't think I'd go fists. I think at that point, I'd kick you in the face, you know? Anything that gives me enough distance. But yeah.
I don't think you have the Ginobili's to kick a naked guy while he's down.
Oh, no. Well, see, now listen, man card violation, kicking a man when he's down, unless the man has dropped down intentionally to avoid an ass kicking. So I might kick you a couple times, and then I'll just go on my way. So yeah, don't act like I wouldn't still kick you if you were naked. And the entire time,
can we clip
like,
that, Keon?
Here's all I'd be saying. Oh, no. Come on, no. And then I'd walk away. Yeah, you're not going to get away unscathed. That's all I'm saying.
I just think it'll be weird that you're kicking me while making constant, uninterrupted eye contact with me.
No, I would not even look at you. I try to position myself to a point where nothing that I don't want to see is visible, and you probably get kicked. I'd move probably around to a point where I kick you in the head.
That's the problem of fighting somebody naked. There's an element of randomness to this whole thing. I don't want to have to calculate it personally.
Well, he said he'd go fetal. He said he'd go fetal, so
That's
that
true.
would mean that he'd be like a little roly-poly. I just have to kick the angle where I don't see none of his Ginobili's or anything. But knowing Phil, once he realizes that strategy, he'll go like flat out spread eagle on the ground going,
go full Titanic.
Kick me, daddy, kick me, daddy. And I'm just, okay, I'm out. I'm walking away. Can't take it anymore.
For as weird as it is, I think it's incredibly smart.
I still think you'd end up hurt. So maybe it's just best to run away. King of Kittens says, oh dear, the boys over at Jeopardy really stepped in the poo, huh? Alex Trebek rolling over his grave. If Keon roughed up Phil in the parking lot or the men's room, will there be a video? Not if Phil strips naked, there won't be. By the way, Kansas City has scored a field goal.
Woo woo.
Do I need to really tell people anything about what's happening at this game? I don't
No,
think
please don't. No.
Just the Tip says, I'm fascinated by the ceiling tile in Phil's camera shot right there. Still ain't got that camera angle thingy down, do you, Phil?
If I'm being honest, I moved the camera around, and so I may or may not have broken something that I need to hot glue after the show.
What are you talking about? You didn't break the holder that we have, did you?
No,
I bought that with my own money.
No, I didn't break that. What I broke was the trophy. I know.
You broke the trophy?
See, unlike other people, though, I'll own up to it and I'll fix
Mad
it.
Triathlete gave us?
Yeah.
How broke?
The microphone is separate from the stand.
It's pretty broke.
That trophy.
It's pretty broke. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. He's gonna go
Keon,
get it.
You showed up at just the right time because I'd have fired his ass. Can't believe that.
Oh no. Oh no.
All right. Well,
it's pretty broke.
Get that thing glued, please.
Well, from now on, do you want me to talk into it? Would that
I
be
know
more
you're
honorary?
I know
of it?
you're used to holding the little thing that looks like that, but I'd rather you super glued it back to the thing. Oh man. King of Kitten says, my dad had an awesome set of tools. He was actually a buyer, a purchasing agent for Honeywell and Motorola, and the engineers designed a device that shorted out the squiggly lines. They unscrambled the pay channels and allowed you to pirate pay channels in pay-per-view boxing back in the 80s, 90s, and the early 2000s before they did away with the squiggly lines. That is pretty amazing. So all these nerds worked that hard round the clock just to see free porn.
Yep.
Really, you know what? Raise a glass, I guess. Just a Tip says, so Phil needs to chalk something? No, I think you meant caulk something. Yeah, he'll get a caulking gun. Caulk. There's an L there. There's an L.
Yeah.
Hefty Lefty says, you're not that hidden in Queen Creek there, Jeffrey. There's only so many roundabouts that are close to that golden Chinese restaurant. He says, I'm kidding, though. I don't care to drive that far east.
Yeah, just look for the biggest building with ebony and pearls around it and the mansion. And then, of course, the dam. Jeffrey, is the dam still in there with the live alligators?
I'm going to say
the moat.
It ain't. Good luck getting past security. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Blissful Hayes says, who knew Mr. Pringle was starting wide receiver for the Kansas City Chiefs? And Mr. Pringle says, I've often wondered why teams don't just go for it on fourth down during preseason. Usually they do. Wins and losses don't matter. It'll give teams more opportunities to work on defense. Why? Because you still need to get the kickers and the punters and stuff out there just at least a little something so they can be in a game. I mean, that's my best guess. Kiss the Cook says, besides him going to the bathroom, is there anything Kyler Murray looks down on? What? Yankees
There
Evil
you go.
Empire says, Phil, you should toast Jeffrey with pina coladas.
Oh! I'm so glad. Oh, I was worried I wasn't going to get one before I left.
Oh man, no.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not as thrilled about that song as Phil is.
How about we just, do you know enough to we can just get rid of Phil? How long do you need Phil to help you?
I mean, he's a great teacher. I think I've got it.
You think you got it? All right.
Yeah.
Lacrosse guy says, okay, last time I'll push lacrosse on you. Well, maybe. Saturday, 11:30 a.m. on regular NBC, playoff lax. Check it out. I think, does that mean
That
LA?
means lacrosse.
Oh, lacrosse.
Yeah, lacrosse. playoff lacrosse.
He's not doing a great job of pushing it on us, to be honest. But lacrosse guy, who's playing who and from where and what? If you're going to push it on us, explain. And listen, don't get me wrong. I like lacrosse. That's a badass sport. And my son played the lacrosse, as I've told you. But as far as getting that thing to be popular and televised, well, we need to get better at promoting it, I guess. Kiss the Cook says free nerd porn. They were raising more than just their glass, weren't they? Bruno Baller says, I remember those cable boxes people were putting an ad in the paper selling them. They would unscramble all pay channels, even pay-per-view. Those were the days. Cabana, we're not talking about wrestling, even if you do want to send me a bunch of pictures of these girls in the wrestling. I'm not interested. Cabana thinks you should autograph your Speedo and nail it to the wall in my office.
Well, why nail it when it'll just stick on the wall by itself?
Oh boy.
You know who likes that thing? Jack the salesman. Not someone. Just a tip. Thank you. Cabana, thank you. Lacrosse guy says it's the Atlas versus the Cannons. From where? Lacrosse guy, come on, man. Come on.
Championship lacrosse.
Screaming Eagle says, great show as always, guys. We're headed to dinner, so have a safe and wonderful weekend. You too, buddy. Cold trickle, it happened. So there. Yeah, and hopefully that is the last time. 888-368-1580. Can we talk about some NFL quarterbacks, please?
Yes.
Only if we have time.
Do we have time? Do we have time?
I think we do have time.
I think the clock says 31.
Jeez, Keon, you're supposed to be on the ball on this thing, man.
Yeah, we do have time.
Thank you. That's all I needed.
Yeah.
So Josh Rosen, in case you're curious, still not in football. Still
you just
unclaimed on waivers.
Are you just saying that because of me? Because of my outspoken
you
support?
Did say you
Rosen?
said I, Randy White, guarantee Josh Rosen will not remain unchosen off the waivers. So the chosen Rosen was unchosen off the waivers, and at this moment, still unchosen.
So you're just going to do this every day? Okay,
not every day.
All right.
No,
I mean,
no,
okay, all right. No, that's fine. No, that's good. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if nobody's bothered, they're not gonna. I mean, is there any chance we see Josh Rosen on a team this year? Does it? I mean,
like a really low chance. Some team's going to have bad luck and just need a guy, just a human body to throw the football.
Oh, whoa. Did you say to throw the football? Well, that leaves him out. He's bad.
Oh boy,
he's bad at it.
As a scout team guy, I think he can manage that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, is he going to start in any games? No, I don't think so. Yeah. But he's going to wind up on a roster at some point.
I just think it's too bad. I think the guy had a bad break coming to the Cardinals. He had a horrible team. I don't think he was given a good opportunity. They shipped him off as soon as they could, and they brought in Kyler Murray, and they changed everything up.
Stop making excuses for him.
I'm not making excuses. This is my opinion. This is my opinion. If it was an excuse, he didn't know. What I said was, in my opinion, I just think the guy had no opportunities given to him. So you know what?
He went to another team. Had his opportunities.
He went to Miami as a backup, and he's gone to camp as a backup. He's never been given opportunity. But you know what? It's okay. Josh Rosen, take the $20 million you got from the Arizona Cardinals and go sell insurance and have a great life.
And all I can say is this, Randy, I got Carson Wentz. So, I hurt too.
I know, but I think Carson Wentz is still he's gonna change your mind.
And then he'll get hurt. Russell Hayes says Josh Rosen will be on the third shift at Circle K. That's the team he'll be on.
No, I don't think so. You got $20 million from the Cardinals. I don't think he's going to be on the third shift of anywhere.
Seems like the kind of guy who knows how to handle his cash. Let's see. Boogie says, Randy, I'll take 5 fingers of Johnny Walker Blue, please. So why'd you send me 2 pictures, Boogie? One picture is him standing in front of the Arizona Cardinals training center, and the next one is him flipping off the camera. Probably because he just realized that they don't play preseason there.
Oh, that's probably it. Yep.
Or it's just a middle finger from me. Let's see. Bruno Baller says Jeffrey's been trying to talk about NFL quarterbacks since like the Super Bowl. Yeah, it feels like it.
Yeah. When are we going to talk about Matt Stafford and his contributions to the Detroit?
It was him
If
and his
only
wife,
somebody could tell us about that.
$1 million for the Detroit Children's Medical Youth
God bless
Academy Fund. Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
God bless him. I feel like that's breaking news. Is it breaking
Or
news?
we could talk about how Vic Fangio says, okay, I'm pretty damn close to make a decision on quarterback. Pretty damn close.
Jeffrey, that would be insulting if it weren't so goddamn true.
We have more information coming in, okay? But pretty damn close to Teddy Bridgewater, Drew Lock.
Why doesn't he just flip a coin? It doesn't matter. He's wrong no matter which one he chooses, and he'll be swapping quarterbacks by week 8 or 9.
Listen,
no matter which
man.
one he chooses.
8 or 9? I'm going to say week 2.
I am Vic Fangio. Let me tell you something. I take a while to choose which quarterback is going to lead us to our losing season. Okay.
Oh, boy.
We're going to lose a lot of games. So I want to make sure I got the right quarterback in for the job. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Boogie says, Stafford, I need $1 million on his way to out of Detroit for a youth leadership center. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Bruno Baller says, do you think Josh Rosen could even win his starting job back at UCLA?
Wow.
Maybe go back to school. Just the Tip says, NFL quarterback talk. Russ Wilson has never had a single MVP vote in his career. Jam that in your Speedo, Rain City bitch pigeons, and Ralph from Harmon Solar. Hey, easy. Ralph's not with us today. He's going to join us next week, though. So I want to save that up right there. Mystery Girl says, you guys should end early and have a beer. There's football to watch. Don't tempt us with a good time. Either that or she's just like, I hate you guys. I want you off the air.
Hey, what are they going to do for like 22 minutes?
You
Just
think,
get air?
you think Radio Ron will care?
He seems to. King Kitten says, go Kyler, go. Bruno Baller, thank you for that. And Kyle G says, well, Rosen, there's 3 teams, Jets, Broncos, and Colts. He is more likely to end up a Bronco than a Colt. And the Jets, who's the Jets?
They've got Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson.
They just drafted him.
Oh, that's right. So, yeah. The Broncos need him. Yeah, we don't need him. Every piece of garbage quarterback I have in the Colts is still better than Josh Rosen right now. So,
wow.
Just saying. So Mac Jones, by the way, this guy, I'm thinking he might be kind of smart. He's been looking good in the practices. Yeah. He looked good in that game the other day. And well, now they're like, hey, Mac, what's up with your leg there? Why are you wearing that knee brace? Are you okay? Did you have a knee injury? He's like, nope. He says, I just want to try it out for protective reasons. I think it's a good idea as a quarterback to have that on your left front knee, because I'm like,
it's a plant leg. Yeah.
This dude's playing chess and everybody else is playing checkers. I think that why wouldn't you have something to protect yourself before the injury? That's genius.
Look, yeah, that's a great idea. I mean, this kid obviously paid attention in science class when he was at the University of Alabama. So look, I love the idea. I don't know why they haven't done it before. I knew other people that have played college football. I have a good friend whose son played college football as a lineman, and they go up there and they fit these linemen for knee braces already. So I mean, why wouldn't a quarterback? And these braces are not like they used to be, Jeffrey.
Yeah,
they're made of carbon fiber and they're not big and kludgy. They're really lightweight and easy to put on.
He says it feels pretty good.
Yeah.
He says, I'm getting a different one. I'm trying different things. He's going through some of the different configurations. But yeah, you're absolutely right, Randy. This is that's a smart kid right there. I don't know why people haven't been doing that all along. He says, I feel good. Practice is practice. They stay off the quarterback. Everything's good. I just want to make sure I keep it safe. That's your lead leg when you plant. So I just want to keep that leg safe.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's brilliant.
Holy crap. Brilliant on Mac Jones' part. I tell you what, these Patriots might be on their way back. I don't know what the rest of the team looks like.
I like that. I like that Mac Jones. I like him.
Stopped kind of paying attention to him there, the Patriots there for a few minutes, but I don't know. Maybe Belichick just got to give him a second to come running back in it. All right, we got to take a break. We come back, some more NFL. We got on this day in Big Georgia sports history and whatever else we can cram into this thing. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Hey there, you low interest rate mortgage lovers. If you have great credit and are good with your money, I guarantee you're in the wrong loan. Maybe it's time to learn what thousands in the Valley have already figured out. On a Life Changer loan, you can pay off your mortgage in under 5 years without changing one dime of your spending habit. Plus, your monthly payments are cheaper than what you pay now. It's not magic, it's just math. So check us out at lifechangerloan.com. That's lifechangerloan.com.
Arizona Mortgage Broker number MB1002031, NMLS number 1863775. Life Changer Loan Corp is an equal housing lender.
If you're considering refinancing or getting a home loan, listen up. This is Dale Hellestray, and when you need a mortgage, the team I use is led by my good friend, Jeff Locks. And here's why. Jeff and his team negotiate with over 50 lenders to find the best possible deal. Your home has gone way up in value over the past year, so why not utilize your home equity to reduce your monthly expenses or even pay off some debts? Interest rates are still at all-time lows, and if you obtained your current mortgage prior to 2020, you can save a lot of money. Here's the best part. There's absolutely no lender fees. Jeff is truly Arizona's low-cost lender with over 30 years of experience. So call Jeff Locks, and if Jeff can't save you money, you'll get a free $50 Amazon gift card. This is a winning play, so call Jeff today, 480-202-0692. That's 480-202-0692.
Jeff Locks, NMLS number 1003782, National Mortgage License number 181106, Bear Financial Group, AZMB-0904774, Equal Housing Opportunity.
Our beautiful daughter, Ashley, was only 12 years old when a distracted driver went to the light and ran into our van. When an email comes over your phone or a phone call or voicemail, it's not worth it.
Life is more important than your phone's beep. Stop the distracted driving, Arizona, please. Sponsored by the Arizona Chapter National Safety Council and the Governor's Office of Highway Safety, aired in cooperation with the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
You retire only once, so you've got to stick the landing. There are many choices to make when you retire, but choosing the right advisor might be the most important one you ever make. The right advisor can help you avoid mistakes, avoid income shortfall later in life, and help you grow your money with smarter investments. To retire comfortably, you need to know that all your bills are paid, your investments are well chosen, and your income is secure for life. The IQ Wealth Smarter Bucketing System does all of this for you by separating your money into clear and distinct buckets, each with its own specific task and time deadline. You retire only once, but Steve Jurich at IQ Wealth Management helps people retire and stay retired every day.
Advisory services by IQ Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor. Custodian Fidelity. Get smart and decisive in 2021. Let's meet soon. Visit IQWealth.com, IQWealth.com, IQWealth.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by the authority of the Daily Blender and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of the show may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Jeffrey O'Brien's mom.
The Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. So Papa Mike is out there at the Cardinal Stadium.
Yeah.
And Papa Mike also has been witness to something I've been seeing for the last 7 years, and that is my wife, the crazed Cardinals super fan.
Yeah.
And which, by the way, that's the way to go. I don't mean that in a bad way at all. My wife is the best kind of football fan. She is loud and vocal, and she yells. It is a little terrifying sometimes. Beyond, she's like, "Come on, defense!" She'll just go crazy. You see this little proper lady suddenly just become a bit of an animal when the football game is on. Well, she knows she can't talk to me. That she's downstairs watching the game, and Here you can see all the different texts that I got from her. And she also butt dialed me a second ago. She's like, The game is on. The game is on. Watching my Cardinals, 3-0 Chiefs. Murray's going to play. Oh, my God. Little Murray is running for his life on the first play.
There you go.
She says, ugh, ugly already. Sacked the second play, then almost an interception on the next. Ugh, ugly. 3-0. Ugh. She says, I know it's preseason, but please make it a little pretty. So things are not going well, it seems, for the old Arizona Cardinals in preseason.
Sounds like this should be a good day for us to add a fourth hour for you, Jeffco, just to keep you upstairs.
Yeah. No, I'm all right. I'll be fine. I
Got a lot of work to do, dear.
Yeah,
it's
just trying to help you out there, Jeff.
Yep. So I guess things not going great. Kiss the Cook says Chris Jones just sacked Kyler Murray, and they only gave him credit for a half sack.
Okay. There's your whistle. There you go.
Oh, that was a good one. That's
No.
listen. That
No,
one,
it
come
wasn't.
on. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was a slow burn. Kind of snuck
No.
up on you.
No.
Cabana says, Philip, I enjoyed you and your antics on the blender. Good luck wherever you go. You will be missed.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
So Phil's not completely out of the building yet. He'll probably be around. And so, Phil, if you want, we could let you, you could host a show as you say goodbye. I'll step aside and let you run the blender. Maybe a little something for the demo reel if you want.
Oh, well,
I'll just take a day off. And
how did I feel like that was
show?
That was coming into the thing. Yes, thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, and if Jeffrey takes a day off, obviously I have to take a day off. So
you
and
wait for
Keon
Keon.
can-
Keon and Phil.
Why don't we just make that show on a Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Let's
Well,
put it
no,
in
no,
prime
no,
time.
No. How about
Monday,
next
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
Yeah,
whatever day?
yeah.
So a
next
week.
Monday through Friday.
We'll check our schedule and see what's what. And, no, listen, you got the new guy and the departing, and I think that's all we need. That's all we need.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. That and some plush animals, some plush toys.
What? Why do we need plush animals?
Hey, Keon, Phil, and the plush toys. Yeah.
You don't want to get me around toys.
So you're just saying put a stuffed animal at one of the cameras.
Exactly.
You're thinking if Radio Ron sees there's 3 people
He'll
on
never
camera,
know he'll never know we're not here.
I'm pretty sure he'll be able to tell the difference.
Nah.
King of Kitten says total yards for the Cardinals right now, -1.
Nice.
Fantastic. Let's see. Boomer Sooner says, can I get a beer, please? Can I get a beer? Boomer Sooner. Thank you. Just a Tip says, have you heard the joke about Kyler Murray growing up? Me neither.
There's your whistle.
Wow. Hefty Lefty says, can I come in and co-host that day? Yeah, sure. I don't mind. Yeah,
as long as Jeffrey's officially checked out of work.
I can't remember if Hefty Lefty wanted to take a swing at Phil. Was Hefty Lefty? I don't think so. He's a fellow Denver fan.
Yeah, I think we were good. I think we're good.
No, I think he wanted to take a swing at the first one, the horse killer.
Oh, that's right. Bruno Baller says, sounds great. Phil hosting Sunday Blender from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m.
Prime time, Keon. Prime time.
I will not be here.
Yeah,
we've
just found
Phil.
Keon's
Phil's a good
limits.
dude. 3 a.m. is no bueno.
Yeah, that and being alone. Being alone with Phil in a dark radio station.
Yeah.
It's not probably the best interest.
What could go wrong? Oh, wait.
So many things. Just Tip says, serious talk. Phil, you've done a fabulous job. Thank you for your knowledge, your spirit, your sense of humor. I think it's ironic that we spent all this time telling you to shut up, and now your new job has no airtime.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
Is that it?
Cheese
He was
Skulls
going
Burner.
serious talk. Okay.
Well, that's
never
it.
mind.
We're done. Not sad talk.
Oh.
Cheese Skulls Burner says, Phil, good luck to you in the future. Have a great weekend. And everyone, I'll be praying for Keon going forward.
As you should.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, what you're praying for me. This is not like a great start to this. Like I'm already drawing the prayers of the fourth dimension.
Yeah.
Like that worried about it.
Listen, that is a great place to be.
Yeah, trust me,
You
it's
would
better
rather
than the
have-
alternative.
Okay, that's true.
You'd rather have the prayers than the ire of the fourth dimension.
That's
Trust me.
true.
Yeah.
Trust me, Keon. It's
Blissful
true.
Hayes has a serious question. Not a sad one. Serious question.
A
Says,
serious question.
is JJ Watt going to play ever again?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Why? I mean,
Yeah.
Why wouldn't?
where is he at with his injury status?
He's got a hamstring. They're not going to rush this guy. This guy is he's a professional. He's
Yeah,
older
he don't need
gentleman.
no preseason.
He doesn't need preseason. A two-time defensive player of the year. This guy's going to come out this year, and he's going to shock some people, and he's going to be ready to go. And you'll see, he'll be firing on all 7 cylinders. Maybe 6.5, but still, he'll be firing, and he'll lead the Redbirds to victory as the defense conquest has begun. It's 2021. Here come the Redbirds!
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that he'll be hurt in a couple games. Boomer Sooner says, Here we go, Jeffrey. Once again, we get used to Phil. Now he's leaving. So what the heck's going on there at 1580 in the studio, huh? Well,
plague.
Guys, it's life. Nobody is going to stay in one place forever. And listen,
Plague.
It's plague, basically the plague. No, I mean, like I said, we knew all along that this was going to happen, and so who knows? Maybe Keon will be a lifer. It's just we never try to discourage anybody from moving on and bettering themselves, and once they start talking about walking around oiled up in a Speedo, we're very encouraging. And I'm not going to say I didn't make some calls to Sirius XM. And
now that you say something, I did hear that I got glowing recommendations up and down the board.
Yeah.
So, we encourage people to get the bleep out. I mean, to better their careers and stuff.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
Now Keon is going to be fine. Kiss the Cook says Keon for Phil. Either that's the smell of change or Phil didn't change his Speedo. What? I think it means we traded Phil for Keon is what it means. Boogie says, Keon, how do you feel about Boogie Cousins?
How do I feel about Boogie Cousins? Generally, I know he's a temperamental guy and he's got the reputation that he does, but I like him. See
how that works, Boogie? You can't get that past me. I ain't never going to do it. So there. That really wasn't what he asked. But anyway, King of Kittens, I know what time it is. So we're going to do this. By the way, he says the thermostat controller on the wall there behind you is fallen. You might want to
is.
Yeah,
it is.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Although that's not a thermostat. It's a
Hefty Lefty says prayers from the fourth dimension are powerful. Where do you think all this rain came from, people?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I thought it was from me doing a rain dance every night.
No.
You're not even part Indian. Aren't you like Italian and Hispanic?
I thought it came with me. I came to
You're
the
part
state 6
Indian?
years ago or 6 days ago.
Well, I
And then
don't
six
like
six
6
straight
years.
six straight days of rain.
6 days I've ever felt. The longest 6 days. Seems like 6 years. I know what Keon's saying.
Well, I don't have Indian in me currently, but I.
No. God.
Good Lord.
And it's time for On This Date in Big George's sports history.
Back in the year 1973, 2 days after winning the All-American Soapbox Derby in Akron, Ohio, Jim Gronin, age 14 years old of Boulder, Colorado, was stripped of the championship when it was found an illegal electromagnet had been secreted inside his race car, so the metal baffle plate at the start line would pull the car forward, giving them a competitive advantage. Biggest scandal in 37 years of the festival.
Well, that they're still doing it today. So, but he was saying, it's like, no, there's cheating all over the place in the Soapbox Derby. But here's where he went wrong. First, cheating, it's wrong, man card violation. But second, you don't do it right there at the start. You wait till everybody started moving and then you hit the thing. That way people don't notice so much that you're like ahead of everybody.
No, but see, this was a magnet, and the start gate was metal. And what happened was when the start gate would drop, it actually pulled his car and gave him a competitive advantage, as we say in NASCAR. Yeah,
gotcha. Okay. Well, in that case, dirty Jim Gronin couldn't have done it any other way.
Yeah.
Filthy, and that's how you lose it. That's how you lose. So cheaters never prosper until they do. So there you go. That's On This Date in Big George's sports history. King of Kittens says, "Bye, Phil."
Bye, King of Kittens.
Bye, Phil.
Meow, meow.
He says, "I love you, Phil."
Oh boy.
You're perfect to me, King of Kittens. Just perfect.
It's really getting.
Oh boy,
it's really awkward because he's probably going to be on the mic again.
I know.
And he's not gone forever. So,
but will it even be really me, or will it just be the ghost of me just haunting these hallways?
Well, I'm starting to second guess the idea that it'll ever be you. So, Jess the Tip says Keon, 14 months and counting. I think that he means since he's been here. You've been here 6 days. He's been here 14 months. And okay. Bliss Lays said, did Filthy break the thermostat too? Probably. Boogie, I ain't reading that. Just Tip says, Red Green said, cheating just means you care about winning.
Yep.
Or he say, cheating just means you care about winning. Boomer Sooner says, bye, Phil. Hope you have good luck in the future there, buddy.
Thank you.
Hefty Lefty says, Jim, if she's boning, I'm groaning. Oh, come on, guys.
What?
He was a
groaning.
14-year-old kid
Jim
at the
groaning.
time. Oh, see, that's the end of the damn show. I still had more I wanted to do. Oh. Well, now I got to go drive and pick up some groceries because my wife is too many beers in to go pick them up herself.
There you go, Phil. I just poured you out a nice one.
Thank you. Well, being here on the text line, I can see what Boogie said, and I'm quite disappointed that you did not read what Boogie said.
Hey, Phil.
Yeah.
You're fired. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for us. We'll be back in your radio again on Monday at 3 p.m. And we'll get to hear from Keon about his first experience at a Rattlers game. And I don't know what else is going to happen. But this is the part where I guess we all wave and say everybody have a great night and a great weekend. And good luck to the Cardinals. Don't nobody get hurt. And go Colts. We'll see you guys Monday. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. Adios, muchachos.